Hey guys, we're back. Oh, there's things on my screen. Why is there things on my screen? Please hold. Button. You know, I've been doing this for like 3 years, and I still just can't start a session without something going horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh, we've gotten more donations. Gone up to 190 so far.
Cool. If we cap out what my goal was by the end of this session, I'm just going to draw some cards from the deck of many things and throw it at you guys. I've decided that's my plan. All right, so.
Well, I got the deck of many things, so.
So everyone, donate $999 tonight.
I need to
Not a
sleep.
cent more.
I need to sleep at some point, Nova. Can you not?
No, I mean, you can sleep. The session will still end on time, roughly.
Brought to you by Hit Point Press.
Hey!
But if you like to watch players suffer, for a good
Watch
cause,
any game that Nova's DMing.
you know.
You wonder why he wants to kill you.
She's so mean to me, guys.
Oh.
So currently, for those who are used to being here and seeing the Spellfire bar, the Spellfire bar for this game is the donation bar you can see at the bottom, more or less. Because if it was the regular Spellfire bar, it'd be going off like every short time. Every DM that plays has the chance to say yes or no to it, and they will let you know at the start of the game if they're going to be using it or not. So they're not forced to do it. But this game, yes, we will be having the bar fills, things go crazy. It's just how it be. So, yeah, we're back with the scales above. I almost said the Humwood. The scales above. I'm taking these, look, it's been a day, these wonderful group of nerds through my homebrew Rise of Tiamat adventure. You know, I kind of have something a little special for that. I have a progression of dragon behind me. So this is the boss from the first season.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Don't
thing!
make me laugh. I'm playing.
I
with
hate that thing.
Blood gods.
If they play their cards right, this will be a boss they fight at some point. It's big. And then, if they play
Everything
their
goes
cards
horribly wrong.
wrong,
The White Queen.
this is what comes next.
Fucking
You know.
Tiamat.
It's not that big, don't worry about it. It's broader than my shoulders. Bigger than my cat. It scares my kitten. It is Tiamat.
Oh no. Pretty sure that thing is bigger than
That's
me
funny.
at this point.
Oh,
That
no,
should be on the
seriously.
packaging. It scares my kitten.
The kitten walked in, saw it, and then did the little like jump thing they do and ran out. I was like, oh, cool.
That's
Nice.
Baby.
So, okay. We have already thanked all the sponsors. We still have to thank Sirenscape for the sound, for the music, Bree and Shelby for the art. You can see Nia back up again with her Oni mask. She is playing a custom subclass called the Rake. It is a type of fighter. Fairly soon, not this weekend, but fairly soon, that will be up on GM's Guild as well, with a version of the Warlord, which is a thing from 4e that I've brought into 5e, and I believe Sean is slowly working on something as well that'll be part of the same document, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, you all know who
We
these
talked
people are
about
at this point. We all know what we're supporting, so let's just go straight into a recap and then the session. And I can't throw Shannon under the bus this time because she literally wasn't here last week, so she cannot do the recap. Go for it, Shelby.
Okay, so last week was an interlude session with only Nia and Ignis. It was fairly insightful on both sides, some maybe a bit more emotionally taxing. Ignis went to a church, talked with an avatar of fucking Saranaric. That happened. Got some really interesting information regarding where we're going. The pact he made. He has to kill Baba Yaga, guys. Fucking good luck with that, Ignis.
Good luck with me. I'll take you all with me.
Bitch, I have enough on my plate.
Oh, bitch,
The
you
white-
are on my plate.
So you guys have been playing together for a while, right?
So Ignis also found out some information about his dad, found out that Nia's soul is destined for the abyss, and she may have committed a mass murder.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
Oh,
a
really?
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, I'm debating if I
Our
should
two
reveal
murder
weird.
queens.
You know what? No, I'm gonna say this.
queen.
Shannon, sorry about this. Over on Nia's end, Nia got yelled at by Yako, absolutely validly, and then had a series of flashbacks as she spoke to Tamel of how she left and how she joined the Five, and how she may or may not have killed someone's village.
You're even now, Sloan.
Yeah, Sloan doesn't know that.
It's coming up. I've been encouraged. There was a lot of crying, a lot of emotions. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that happened last session. Was Ignis learned shit and Nia cried.
I stood up for you
It's not inaccurate.
in front of a god.
And yes, actually, that was quite touching. The fact that Ignis pretty much told his god, who was like, I don't think there's a way to redeem this, like, very benevolent god of life, healing, and love, who's protected, like, people since the dawn of the world against the ravages of the dark and the undead, has been like, I don't think Nia's redeemable, and Ignis is like, I'm gonna
Ignis
fucking
be like,
try.
Ignis is like, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah, so
You can't redeem this child. Hold my beer.
So yes, speaking of beer, that is a giant stein. Thank you, Ulrich. Steins are plenty. All right.
I just got it today.
Ah.
Oh my god!
Done.
You
Now
win.
That is a professional. Yes.
Was that Saren or Kelsey's
Yeah.
stein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's Irish, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, cool. All right. So to kick off tonight's session, just to recap things for those that weren't here. Last session, we had a quick moment where Nia and Bob had a chat, which was, Bob was actually
Pressure.
yeah, I would say he's not like he was smart, but he was like, why is what's going on? I think he said the words you kind of needed to hear about a few things. And Yako kind of went, we don't need to be around for this, and linked arms with Saren, and they went off for a couple drinks on his boat. So an hour or so later, Nia showed up. Yako stepped out the door after Bob knocked. They had a quick chat with Nia. It was not a happy chat, because she wanted to talk to Tamel. He called back to Saren that it was probably time to go, and she has returned, or head off to the tavern where Ulrich and Sloan were resting. Ignis had gone to the temple and has returned to the boat to see Nia, and now they will both be heading back to the tavern to regroup as a party. But we'll just do a very quick moment right now. Ulrich and Sloan, would you have been asleep or just kind of sitting there eating food and reading spellbooks?
I can't read.
Well, I mean, probably that was okay.
You can eat cupcakes though.
Fair.
Yes. No, I probably would be just awake, but just like sitting and like every so often just like making sure he's still there and not wandering off to go do stupid shit again.
Ulrich
Fair
would
enough.
be at the desk. He has a lot of spells to write. So he's going to be probably any free time he has, he's always going to be just scribbling away. Right now, if you look over at him, he's got the big tome in front of him and he's writing in it very slowly. And
You should close the book and go to sleep. It will be there tomorrow.
oh, I guess a little bit of sleep would be helpful.
A lot of bit of sleep would be helpful, but we can start there.
And he would struggle to get up and walk over to the bed and lay down.
Okay. Pretty much as you lay your head down to sleep, and Sloane apparently acts very motherly and just tucks him in. Saren, you open the door quietly to see this.
How's he finally sleeping?
Shh.
Oh,
Almost.
is that?
Nope.
Nope.
Good night.
Nope.
How do you look, Saren? How drunk are you? How many drinks did you have with Yako?
I don't think that there was a lot of drinking, but she's just adjust her clothes. And
I wouldn't call what that man had done to himself as drinking, but sure.
It smells like Yako in here.
Christ.
Oh, Jesus.
Go to sleep.
Okay.
just motion Sloane out the door, just like.
You better not move, I say as I exit into the hallway.
Right. 2 levels exhaustion. Yeah, I'm falling asleep.
Excellent.
How's he doing?
He's up with his books, as usual. I was getting ready to just throw him into bed if he wasn't going himself. But getting there.
Good.
And you?
He's. Oh, I'm perfect now. Actually, in a gaping mood, I swiped these for you, and she just takes out a bunch of the chocolate, like croissants that she just stole from before.
Where did you get these?
When we were having drinks from before with breakfast, I saw them, and well, I saw that you like chocolate, so I swiped them for you.
It is very sweet, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what's our next step?
Oh. Once Oric is rested, or perhaps I might have to go without him if I would really like him to get some rest because he looks awful. I am going to go try to talk with the Vaughns about trying to diplomatically get my friend out of this prison. And then, depending on how that goes, I might either be able to get him out safely with that, or I might have to offer trial by combat. In which case, given everything, and I am confident in myself in a situation like that. However, given who I am in this city, it might be better for someone else to do the fighting. So would you be up for that? Okay.
And as I was listening, she was trying very, very, very hard to not show that she doesn't know what diplomatically means.
Oh,
so
no.
she just is just nodding, and then she hears combat and fighting, and okay, I'm back.
And as you're saying yes,
Log
this
back into Windows.
this very warm feeling fills you. You know it's coming from the weapon. You're not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but he is listening.
With that, no matter what, we're going to have to teleport Felix out. There's going to be a big ruckus that we're going to be causing with the magic, so then it looks like some divine righteousness struck Felix where he stood as soon as he left the building, so then people will believe he's dead, but actually he's been taken away safely.
Okay.
And then with that, we quickly make our way to Yako's ship.
That's a lot of steps. Can you just tell me one at a time and go as we go?
Oh, sure. First, I talk to people, and then I'll be back, and I'll tell you.
Okay. So I wait here with Oric.
Yeah, you can wait here, watch over, and...
But you said you wanted him to go with you, didn't you? And carry him?
Before, yes, but he looks awful right now after everything. And
Probably shouldn't be talking to anybody.
well, I mainly just want the men to get some rest, so I'll
make
leave
sure
them
he
to
does.
that and deal with anything afterwards. Where's Nia and Ignis? Do you know?
No, I haven't seen them. Right? I haven't seen them. I don't know where they are.
Nope. No one has
Didn't think
seen
so.
them since you all left Bob's one-stop shop. But you know they'll be back. They wouldn't stay away for too long. Guys, they're all working on the same goal together. So they should be back.
Oh. Alright. I will find them soon once we have to do everything else. But I'm going to head to the ship to see if I can get the papers from Yako that might be able to help me safely just talk my way out of this for my friend. So
Okay.
you can go
I'll be
back
ready
to
for
Orc.
the next step.
Mhm. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I
And
give you one of my chocolate croissants.
oh, you take it. And she smiles and like looks up at Sloan like earnestly. Thank you for understanding me and believing me when you heard my story.
Of course. Everybody deserves to tell their story and tell it fully.
Take a bite, and I'm gonna just jog out and just kind of get a little like salute behind me.
Okay. I'll say that after a couple hours, you all will have reconvened at the tavern. You all get into bed, have a good night's sleep. Auric, with his only needing 4 hours sleep, if you sleep the full 8, you will have no levels of exhaustion in the morning. I'm feeling
I
generous.
will make you sleep the 8 hours.
She'll just
try and get
knock
up
you
after 4.
the fuck
Get
out.
the fuck out.
Okay, Nova, being generous, it's the mechanic. It's how it works.
I will be a
God.
benevolent god.
Just sits on Auric to make sure he stays.
Yep. I'd crush him. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
No, just fucking
More-
backhand him. He's the wizard. You'll put him right back to sleep.
More
It's
to
very
the,
true, actually.
more to the point, I'm saying that you won't be interrupted by anything until probably from
I
like
see.
a full 12 hours of night's going to go by. So you've got your 4 hours of sleep. You can look into your spell book. You can do everything you need to do. Saren can go have a few drinks, come back again. She loves that drinking. Nia and Auric wander back whenever. Not Auric, Ignis wander back whenever. Sorry. Because there's a black screen where Yarrow usually is. I just spaced for a moment there.
Oh, Christ.
It's all good. I also noticed that because I forgot to change where my ring light is, I can just go really darkly lit eyes.
Ooh, look at that.
And then the bad things happen. Anyways, I'll fix it later.
I have
So,
a quick question before we go on to the next day, really quick.
sure, go for it.
It's just gonna be a second. Does Nia look really upset when she gets back?
Nia looks like she's been crying for hours. Her eyes are red and puffy.
Cool. I just.
Would you be
I'm not gonna.
asleep? Is the question. They were going to come back almost near dawn.
After
That
everything
one-
I've been through with these two people, especially with Nia and an upset Ignis, I'm not going to bed until I see them. But get back. I'm
So-
babysitter.
Well, I
Um,
would be coming back. I would be coming back with Nia.
Yeah.
From
So
this
you guys
perspective.
will wander in together. Probably not talking a whole lot since you're both kind of thinking about everything that's happened. But yeah, you can.
She knows I have the information of saying, "Hey, I have answers for you." That's about it.
Yeah, she just hasn't really acknowledged it. You told her that when she was still kind of blubbering, and she just had a very emotional evening.
I'm just gonna hug Nia just like for the night and just hold girl in comfort until she sleeps. So just wanted to say,
Not
just
gonna-
wanted to have that noted before we
It
continue
will
the
not
next day.
take long. You know, when you've cried so much, you just need to sleep because you're just
Yeah.
emotionally exhausted. Yeah, that's her. She's very tired.
Yeah, I hold. That's all.
I'm just staring at Saren, like, kind of holding back on some of my answers. I'll probably end up talking about them in the morning.
Yeah, I think at this point everyone's probably fairly tired,
Yeah.
given that it's been a full-on like 48 hours for you guys. You know, you fought death. The River Styx came in. There were banshees. Sloane hugged some bone claws. It's been a time.
Bit of time.
Sloane hugged them. I got fucking impaled by one.
So
I pulled
Sorry.
you out. You're welcome.
Yeah, no, you were great. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'll grab Ignis's arm, give it like a slight squeeze, and just thank you for everything that you've done. Please go sleep.
After what I have learned, sleep sounds nice.
you get a well-earned rest.
Yay.
At about 10 o'clock in the morning, like it's like quite late in the day, the innkeeper knocks on the door, and the innkeeper's son knocks on the door and just last call for breakfast. Do you want anything at all? We have some eggs left, some bacon, with toasted bread.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we'll just shuffle downstairs.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Yes.
I think Dar has some. I think there's a pork shoulder left with some onions we could cook up. We've got
Ooh.
some apples to crush into like a. Yeah, we can do something a bit nicer for you. It might cost a gold piece.
That's completely fine. I'll give you 2 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you. And he takes it, and half an hour, about an hour later actually, because they had intended to cook this for the day anyway, but now it's just for your table. You have like a massive boar leg shoulder on the table. They have they have caramelized onions, they have bread, they have bacon, they have eggs, there's a garden salad, there's some sort of root
For the healthy
vegetables.
option.
Yes.
I'm hungry. God damn it, Nova.
There is a mix. There's like a pot of coffee. There's some juice, and there's a sort of like a tall little barrel of like ale you can just pour yourself out all on the table. They've you've given yourselves like this really nice brunch. It's like 11 o'clock when you all start smelling it. You go down there, and the kid walks in as you're getting and sitting to the table. He's like, Dad sent me to get you some desserts for after. And he's got just a bunch of cupcakes of all different flavors.
You can put those down right here.
Okay.
That's
and
going to
all
be
of them.
Sloane's
I like
breakfast.
the sweets too.
there are 12 of them. Mixed between chocolate with chocolate icing, sort of like buttermilk with like strawberry, raspberry icing. It's got like a very tarty tang to it. They're all very, very good.
Nova, please.
And he's like, I've got one other special thing, but I had to go talk to a wizard. It should be here soon. Have you ever had ice cream?
That?
Oh,
No.
rare
I don't-
occasion.
Of course.
We have
I
a.
don't know if my answer to that. I'm guessing it's a no.
If you don't have a cryomancer that in your village, you don't.
I mean,
I used to be rich.
I used to be an ice mage. Does that
Oric
count?
used to eat ice cream all the time at magic school.
I don't know if you ever used your ice magic to make
No,
ice
I
cream.
absolutely didn't.
I remember
so no.
you in a little chef costume, and from what I remember, your
Oh, yeah.
time
I
in
could
that,
not.
your time
We put
there
way too much salt in.
resulted in you almost getting everyone killed. So, just to go back to what's happening now, yeah, they've got a real low level wizard in town who can cool things down, and all he does, his whole purpose in town is just to make ice cream for people that ask for it. He gets paid a couple gold pieces for a fairly large container of ice cream. You guys get a very small one for this.
I love this visual of this bastard just holding a metal bowl and slowly stirring it.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got like a wooden spoon that he's enchanted, and he constantly is casting like cantrips of cold into it. So as he stirs it, it just slowly freezes over. And as long as he leaves that spoon in it, it'll stay at the same temperature. So when you get it, it has this spoon in it, which is a spoon of colding. It's going to keep that little bowl cold.
Sean's
I
head snapped up
immediately-
so fast.
Right? I want to take a really big scoop, like really big, like, and it's brain freeze material.
With the spoon of colding?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a spoon, right?
Make a con save at disadvantage.
No,
Nope.
I'm gonna get stuck to
Don't
it.
die right at the meal.
Just gonna have a Christmas story moment just stuck to your tongue.
Yep.
Yep. A northern moment.
You have a very high con
not
save.
bad.
It gets stuck to your tongue for a second. You say, and you pull it out, and like, yeah.
Or it takes the
Supposed
spoon
to
from our
happen.
hands.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty
Can I
much.
just hand
Chunky.
Sloan
If you like,
Can I just hand Sloan a normal spoon?
yes, if you like bap someone on their flesh with that, it's going to get stuck for a moment and then have to be pulled away. It is fairly cold. It's not gonna like rip it off. Don't. It's a nice little magic item, guys. Don't try to weaponize
Never
it.
know with you, Nova. We never know.
Yeah. To be fair, it's you.
Or expense brunch
Watch me
examining the spoon
weaponize
of
it.
cold.
Okay.
Eat something.
I have coffee.
I
Yeah,
will
about to
snatch
say,
the
Nia's
spoon
going
back.
for the
Eat
coffee and the
something.
toast.
Oric, it eats a
bit-
leaf of lettuce.
I smack him with the spoon. It gets stuck to his face. Eat something.
All you see is basically Ignis making what is the equivalent of Shaggy and Scooby-Doo making a large sandwich of a lot of this shit and just munching on it one bite after another.
I can also imagine Ignis like he builds it and then he gets his like a very weak firebolt cantrip like toast the whole thing. So like it's like
yeah.
the egg and cheese like starts running out the side. He's like, yes, no.
He's his own
Yeah.
panini press.
Deadwood, yes.
Guys, let's
Love
just
how
start,
we've just
let's just open
gone
a
into-
diner. Who cares about the end of the
Right.
world?
Listen, our lives could have been so much simpler if we had just, followed Bob and opened a tavern.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
Is
no, we all
Gladstone
had to
with you,
become
or are you-
adventurers and be traumatized.
Are you having him miss out on this feast?
Gladstone's
Bob?
free to do what he wants.
Oh,
So yes, he can be here.
I need to,
No, but
I need to give Aurelia some of this stuff.
yes. We'll
Yeah.
get to that in just a second. Did you summon him and he stick around? Has he
Nope.
left and you haven't resummoned him yet?
That's true. Because we were gonna do some stuff, and then he said, "Give me 2 days." So I would not resummon him actually.
Okay. So as Ignis is building this thing, from like the long billowing sleeves of his robe, you see this very, very small golden dragon wormling, smaller than a dragon wormling should be, sneak out, looks around, and just on a bit of the on the bit of the bread and like toast it to almost like charcoal, and these two little arms reach out, grabs it, and just no, and like looks back and forth, just retreats into the sleeve, eating it.
Oh my god.
It's adorable until you think of toast crumbs in his sleeve.
I mean, it's just a simple shake, though.
It's a
I
little
guess.
dragon.
Yeah.
You just dumped on him some toast.
I don't even tell
It's
the
so
party
cute.
about him just about yet.
Just
I
like
just
eating, just like
acknowledge
looking
that
at it,
he's
just like
And all of you are just, I guess, make a perception check, everyone. Let's see who notices this over their food.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a disaster.
Can I make a sleight of hand check if I can, if I'm allowed to?
Let's see what they get first.
Okay, yeah.
No
Nia sees
ice
nothing.
cream for me.
Nia is entranced by coffee. Leave her alone.
Okay, so if you really want to make a sleight of hand check, you can. Otherwise, it's only gonna be Auric and Saren that see this.
It's more for the sake of everyone else. 14. So
Okay, so yeah, Saren and Auric, you see this little golden. It's not a pseudo dragon. It's like a proper dragon. It's just very, very small, like a little tiny baby. like if it's like the runt of the litter if it was like a mammal,
yeah.
but it's a little cute baby dragon.
I want it.
Yeah, I'll look.
What are we all
Make
looking-
eye contact with Saren.
Yeah, like just like pointing at, like, do you see that?
Just like with the coffee right up his face. Ashman, is that a rescue?
Muscuzi?
Right there in your arm. You always have that.
Oh! And I'm like, all right, come on, Aurelius, it's all right. These are friends. I'm gonna try and coax him out of the coat. See if he's willing to come out.
Yeah, he just creeps out, and kind of like he doesn't like come out properly. Have you got your hand under where the sleeve is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it barely stretches from one end of your palm to the other. Not even like all your fingers. Like it's little tiny thing, and it's kind of like a baby cat where like their tail is like curled up over it, like and it kind of like waddles
like
around,
it's
like
wrapped
it's
around my arm.
very young, like it's like just hatched.
Yes, well, last night after I went to go look for some answers, my goddess provided me with an ally. A guiding light, if you will. And his name is Aurelius.
Beautiful.
Oh, well.
I've only had him for one night, and if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone here. And
Or
Right,
well,
the group, please.
Can I hold him? It? I don't know pronouns yet.
And I look at him. He? Her? They?
It
You
it
muted
nods.
yourself.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. It nods at he, and it's sort of just when you said it's beautiful, it sort of like rolls its shoulders and all its scales just like flicker up and down a little tiny bit as it's like and it like just shimmers and like
Yeah, I know.
and
Oh,
and,
I know
yes,
it's
that's nice.
and in the light like just these like dazzling reflections all across the room for just a second, then it like dulls back down.
Please, may I hold him?
Thinking about what was said last night.
Just for a minute. You just see her. She's just like a child, just like so expectantly. Like you
Like
can't
him.
possibly say no to her.
Not sure. I literally just got him last night, and I'm thinking about everything that was said the night beforehand. So I'm all like,
I wasn't there.
I know. You want to know what? Let's hold off on Aurelius for the moment. He's also tired, as I would imagine. But for the moment, we need to discuss a few things that I've learned. If any of you are up to that task.
Told me last night you had answers.
I did. I have answers for almost everyone here, aside from Ulrich. Sorry.
I just sip my coffee.
As you start making like hand gestures like to everyone, Aurelius is going to just jump to the table and kind of start pouncing on crumbs. And have you ever seen like the cats that like get with their front claws, put in their mouth, and their little back legs like kick at it? It's like that. And it's
Oh
just
my god, you just gave
I'm
him
just
that.
watching.
Perfect.
Throwing crumbs.
yeah, and every like as they bounce, it was like look and just off to it.
Yeah, I do
Orc
that
is
with
very formal with Aurelius. He holds a finger out and just goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Aurelius."
It takes both your hands and just like kicks them gently.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's smart.
Oric sees dragons as very intelligent creatures, so this is just another person.
You've heard of something like this before. It's known as a finger dragon. They never get longer than like this big.
Oh, this is a finger dragon. I just remembered. I knew that.
But he's
They're
going
very
to be my
adorable.
guide for a while now.
Be very careful because they don't grow larger than this. Really, much larger.
And you do little scritches. Little scritches. Very
Just
gentle.
moves its head around to get it in the right spot.
I don't care what Ignis said. I'm gonna just
Sloan.
It
It's an
will-
intelligent creature.
When you
Show it some
pick
dignity.
it up, it's going to bounce back and like kind of look at you for a moment and then go over to where Ignis was because it said you're not meant to touch it and pick it up. So it's going back to its master, and it's going to like snuggle up next to him.
Ian's just staring at it around the table.
Okay, so there are a few things that need to be certified to all of you. And like I said, I have answers. But let's start with the most pressing one of all. Felix. Looking at Saren. There is a danger if he dies. A great danger. If he dies, we might be losing the border of the prime material plane. More certainly, he had fallen at one point in the Feywild, and the Dryad had saved his life by giving him her heart.
Yeah.
She now sleeps in that Feywild with a young wolf pup, and also the god of the hunt. Protecting this Dryad is important, because if this Dryad dies because of Felix's death, that god will disappear, and it will not protect that very thin layer between the Shadowfell as well as the Feywild.
Ooh.
So we have to save his life at all cost and protect him. And we also need to get him out of Ettredale. If he stays within Ettredale, every entity that is after him will come and will attempt on his life.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'll be having that conversation with him either which way, but
Well,
need to make that the pressing matter.
I'll have to write a note because I don't think that there's going to be a moment where I can actually speak with him. Because I'll be speaking with my family, and then so the transfer of whatever happens from there, no matter what, one of you will have to teleport Felix to Jokelheim, to that circle that I know about. So there's not going to be a moment for me to see him through the whole ruckus and everything that we're planning. So I'll have to write a letter.
Very well. On the other end of this endeavor, I have found the secret to breaking Nia's curse. I'm now looking at you, Nia. There are a
She
few
finally
answers
takes her
for
eyes
you.
off of the dragon, the little tiny dragon that's been crawling around, and looks at you. I have another curse.
It is the one that is preventing your ability to use magic.
Ignis,
I know how to
think
break the
that-
curse.
I thought my magic came from the dragon, not... I don't understand how the dragon died. I wasn't cursed. That's not how I... What are you talking about?
It's not particularly the magic from the dragon, it's your ability to use it.
It's
You're-
dead.
It's a little bit more
Yuck.
complicated.
Yako couldn't find a trace of it. And Hexen stole it.
The goddess knows it's there, though. And I also have the unfortunate news of having to tell you the truth. You are bound for the abyss.
It doesn't surprise me. And I kind
Neither
of
do I.
like look over at Sloan. A little guilty.
However, in light of that, I also have the answer to save your soul.
And what's that?
First is to tell the truth. And I look at Sloan. But that will be between the both of you.
I think it's something you all should know.
The other, in order to seek redemption, the scale that you shattered, we must find the pieces and have it reforged. As I was informed, it was a true scale of Bahamut.
What? No. No. That doesn't make any sense. It's just something we handed down. It was just to help keep the dragon in check. It helped us control its form.
Your fall started at that scale.
It was the first trial. They told me I had to let go of gods and otherworldly entities.
And this is how you will redeem yourself. Save your soul. Find the pieces. Reforge them.
There's something you should all know. A couple months ago. Do you remember the pool of divination?
Of course.
The five took me there. And they showed me the night Sloan attacked my village. And when they were done, they asked me if I wanted to make the people responsible pay for it. And I told them yes.
And you're muted. Or your mic's not picking you up.
If I talk more directly into it, is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I had just said when you said, do you want them to make the people responsible pay? I just said, what did you say? And then you said yes, and then just silence.
Don't have a right to be mad at you, Sloan, because I did the exact same thing. And I have nothing I can say to make it right.
What do you mean you did the exact same thing?
Or puts a hand on Sloane's arm.
I'm thinking about the image that I saw from the goddess's vision.
Someone's waiting for an answer.
Your village is gone.
What? What do you mean it's gone?
They took me there. And they told me my next trial was that village.
So you killed my village.
She just looks down.
I don't know what to say right now. It's not like I wanted to go back, but I always had the choice. And now I don't.
Sloan, I don't remember if we discussed this in the past, but your village had a population of about 3,000 people.
Is that more than my death count?
Yeah, by a factor of about 10. And your village death count was a whole raiding party. Your death count, the one that you contributed to, not just yourself. On top of that, you only really killed the defenders, where your village was about maybe a third of it people, half of it people fighting age, and the rest were too old or too young.
I'm so confused right now. I want to be angry at you, but I'm not. But I am. I don't. It doesn't exist anymore. That is what you were telling me. So I am the only one left?
Yeah.
I need some air. I'm gonna get up and just go stand outside.
As you get up, the door opens as you're like about to get to it, and Guy walks in. You guys like almost walk into each other.
Oh.
Sorry, and I just brush past you, just to go breathe some not tavern air.
That being...
You know, sometimes even it is okay for me not to say anything. I let her go. She's big. She's mad. She hit me, eh? What do you guys do to her? It's only breakfast. How she looks so pissed already, eh?
Orc will go after her and just slap Guy on the shoulder as he passes by.
Good morning. You smell like coffee, eh? At this time of the day, what are you thinking? He's got a beer. He's got a beer in each hand.
You got like turning around, looking at Guy, and then see the beer in his hands and be like, "No."
As you enter, you can also see that Nia is, if not completely crying, struggling with something. And the party is a little divided on the day that they're meant to be solving an issue for them.
There is one good news that I can tell you, Nia, though. Just one. At least a spark of hope. I know how to deal with flesh. God damn it.
Oh no, Flesh showed up in Aaron's apartment.
Oh no, you don't.
I know how to deal with flesh.
She looked really guilty and now she looks conflicted. Like she doesn't know if she should be happy about that or not.
All these answers that I have for you, these are the choices that you get to make. If you desire to have your power, to be able to start using power again, that is a choice, and I am willing to help you with that.
I very much doubt Oris is gonna take me back.
Be surprised. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. She seems pretty keen on promises. And I promise you that I would be your friend through every single one of your...
You didn't know you were promising to be the friend of a mass murderer, though.
I did. I saw. I knew. I understood. Because much like you, I was once that kind of person. Angry, driven, and sad. I was allowed to go through those things before I decided that I needed to change. And look where I am now.
She's just kind of nodding along. This is a lot. This is a lot.
I am aware. I apologize. But, like I said, you have the choice. If you want me to help you, I can help you reclaim your power in some way, even if it's minor. I can help you redeem your lost soul, should you decide to not wish to jump straight into the fates of the abyss. And I can help you put an end to an enemy in my eyes, whether it be family in yours. Everyone gets their due. I think it's about time that you get yours.
Maybe mine should be diving into the abyss.
Maybe, but I don't know.
With that, we're just going to go outside for a moment. Sloan, Auric, how are you guys doing out there?
What's Sloan doing?
She wasn't planning on going very far. She just wanted to kind of go outside and maybe go sit in an alley if there is one, or against the side of the building, and just kind of just sit and just 1,000-yard stare. And the tears are welling, not the bloody tears, the real tears, just staring into nothing, trying to comprehend.
Auric would slowly follow her, and then see her sit in the alley. He would step up to her and just sit next to her. And and he'll struggle to say anything and just put a hand on her big shoulder.
I don't know what to feel right now. I feel angry, but it hurts too. But I don't have the right to feel angry, because I've done the same thing. And now I don't have anywhere to go back. It's just me.
In my short time feeling, it seems you don't really choose to feel certain ways. It's the saying you don't know how to feel is, well, none of us know how to feel. We just feel. There's no rights or wrongs of it.
Does it always hurt like this?
Seems to. from my experience so far. But lose one's home, an anchor, the island in the distance of your ship. It's very difficult. And all you can do is, for now, is feel. Let yourself feel.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I really don't like it. I would love to go back to just wandering around aimlessly and having no concerns for the lives of others and what goes on in their minds and brains and hearts. But
you know, I haven't considered that place home in a very long time because my home has been here with you. But, and then she just trails off.
well, I haven't thought of homes in a while. Home.
What do you think I should feel?
I am no expert. I think you should feel what you feel and suss out the rest later.
As he begins to explain that, you've said, how should I feel? You once again feel that warmth radiating from your weapon, that anger building, the blood-stained tears in your cheeks start to almost bubble anew, and heat is radiating off them, causing them to glow this slight white red with heat. It's not all intrusive, you can fight it down if you wish, it's just the thing in your weapon giving you what it thinks you should feel.
And
Sloane, do
I
I see any of this?
Yeah, oh, you can see like steam rising off her face.
Okay, yeah,
So
thank you. Yeah. Sloane, you should feel what you feel.
don't want to feel this. That's not what I feel. And I want to try and push that back down.
okay, make a wisdom check.
Got it. A check or a saving throw?
It'll be a
I guess
check
it doesn't matter, it's the same
because it's
thing.
not forcing it through on you.
Yeah. Oric's hands are hovering over his spell book as this is all happening.
Okay.
Oh, don't give yourself a level of exhaustion already.
Or
So you fight it down, and it doesn't say anything to you. It just gives you a brief burst of what it could give you, and you just get this almost clean rage. It's not directed at anything. It's just this heat that gets through the sadness. It's its own method of coping. It's not healthy, and you can recognize that as such, but it clears your mind and gives you a false peace, at least for a small time. You know it's not healthy, but it doesn't mean it doesn't help in the moment. But if you still wish for it to go, if you wish for it to die down, it will cede to your wishes.
yeah, feeling that I'll just say, I said no. And just like if like scream if I need to. But yeah, just no.
It immediately dies down. It knows that it's not here to push you in this scenario. If you were spilling blood, maybe it would be. It would keep pushing, but not right now.
Yeah, you would if you come out of this, Sloan, you would notice that Auric is like gripping your wrist, particularly where your armor is, or your bracers, or whatever you have.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I told it no.
All right. With that, as you guys are sort of holding hands, wrists, whatever, as you try to like push that down and just spend a quiet moment, acceptance. Gee, you've come here to rally the army, so to speak.
Yep.
Also, you got reports of a running battle through the streets last night between a man who was wielding a what looked to be some sort of greatsword in one hand, and every time he swung, he was either batting magical blasts out the air, and the cutting power of that sword extended, maybe 30 feet past the blade, and was taking chunks, and not chunks, like slicing clean through buildings. And the person that was chasing him was some sort of elf that no one could really describe, one red, one violet eye. And was firing what's been you've heard of before as a dragon staff.
Okay, yeah.
But it would punch a 5-foot radius hole clean through whatever it hit, except for the guy's sword. So there's just like destroyed, like just clean holes in walls, in buildings. He was on target almost every shot, but the guy with the sword is like deflecting the shots away from him. Think of droid plus lightsaber. Without going back to the person. But yeah, the weapon is fairly famed as something called the Topaz Annihilator. It is a gem-powered rifle that just disintegrates targets.
Okay. A very interesting night. But first things, I walk in, the two of them go past. This place looks like a wake gone bad, right? So walk over, but you said there's a big chunk of ham on the table, so I start cutting, first of all, long, thin slices, and I put them on Ignis's plate and look at them as you fry those up, maybe you sell them something like maybe light bacon or something, eh?
Oh yes,
and then,
definitely.
And I put one of the
spit.
Yeah.
He's breathing a bit too
put
much
the wrong end
of
of the paintbrush in your mouth.
Yeah, he's
who hasn't done that once?
The fire mage is just burning something he shouldn't be at the table.
But with that, I put one of my drinks down so it kind of blocks everybody's view of Nia's arm. And I just look at her and see the shattered person. And I look down at her arm and look surprised and say, "Oh, look, there's something there, eh?" When you look down, and I've used minor illusion to make a little tattoo on your forearm. And it just says the word hope in all the colors of the rainbow. And then it just sinks in. I'm not always going to be here to tell you that there's always a way out, eh? So you remember that? Now here, have some breakfast, eh? We're going to have to go change the world today. You can't do that on an empty stomach, eh?
If you look in front of her, she's had on her plate, she's had toast and a coffee. That is it.
And there's just pieces of pork just breakfast. Landing, just
yeah. So
cut them off with his dagger and just filling your plate.
As you're putting on Ignis's plate, the little dragon, finger dragon, gets down and just starts like trotting around the plate, just breathing on it, and it just like toasts it up, like, you know, crackles all the, like, you know, juices run out, and it just bites into it and drags it onto people's like toast or plate. So now you just see this, and it can barely drag it. It's like a big thick chunk that you've put down there, and it's just sitting there, teeth in.
The rat with the pizza.
Yeah, and it just drags it across.
Pizza rat.
And drags it onto your plate.
She'll hesitate for a second, but if it will let her, she would like to try and scratch its head with her real hand, not her metal hand.
Do an animal handling check.
I stare at it.
Oh shit, that's gonna be.
No, he's mine. I tell him, I say, be nice. Be nice. And I'm saying it to the dragon, not to
Okay.
About to say.
I'm treating it like my dog, to be honest.
It's a bit rough. It's a sentient creature. Can I get you to make the animal handling check then, Ignis?
I got a +3. Let's see where this goes.
That's better than my -2.
12.
It's sort of
Nice.
If it starts hesitating or getting scared, she won't touch it. Just for the record.
It drags. Good God. Can you deal with that, Shannon, please? In chat. Thank you. It looks up at you. Nia. As you scritch it, it just kind of stares into your eyes, and you get the sense that it is a small part of a much bigger whole. And it starts telepathically, because it's effectively a pseudo dragon, portraying images of because this finger dragon is made from a greater piece of a ancient great worm, golden great worm, and you can see it soaring through the skies with a silver great worm. And it's kind of like rolling and like playing through the clouds. You recognize the great worm. And it bows its head for a scritch and just kind of enjoys it for a moment. Then trots back to Ignis's side to drag more cooked ham to people.
Yeah, you know, Nia like managed to pull the tears back. When Yi talked to her, nope, they're back. Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he
Did
he do something he wasn't supposed to?
Where did you get that? Where did you get him?
The goddess gave it to me.
Has it showed you images in your head?
Not yet. Not that I think it would at this moment.
Nia just like stands up and like takes 3 steps away from the table and like puts her hands on her head like this, just like, okay.
Oh, look what you've done. You've given her a mental breakdown. Listen, it's okay to have a mamba day every now and again, but not all the time.
No. It knew Oris.
A friend of yours?
No, that Oris was the name of the dragon I held. It knew him.
This is a good sign.
No, it's not.
Disagree.
No, it's not. I failed Oris so terribly. No, it's not.
No. This is from the goddess. Even if it knows. This is forgiveness.
And she just
That's the first.
tries
That's one
to.
of the.
She just tries to
one of
take
the
a
best
deep breath.
parts of- That's one of the best parts of redemption. Is others seeking forgiveness.
After a minute, she takes a deep breath, like relaxes, like forces her shoulders to relax, and just sits back at the table.
I stare at you. It won't happen often. But forgiveness. Forgiveness is good. Failure is okay. It's okay to fail. It's what we do. We're mortals. I failed so many times too. But that's the thing. We fall down, we get back up, we learn from that failure.
As you're talking, Aurelius is going to run across to Guy, jump on his shoulder, because
Oh, he likes you.
Guy has been preaching this to some of you people for quite a while, and this creature, being, you know, semi-divine, sort of like recognizes that, and it's just like sitting there, and you get this very short telepathic mental image of you sort of standing at the table and like you know, being seen by everyone as the inspirer, and you get a kind of feeling of like, do what you came here to do, lead these people.
That's right.
Reach up and have him up in my hand and bring him around. So you are not the very large dragon who was very far away. I wasn't sure at the start there. Okay, for sure. You go back to him for sure here. Okay. And I give him back to Ignis.
As you pull it away, it just jumps and like just like glides. It can't quite fly it to your head. And I don't know how much hair you got, but it starts doing that thing cats do, like kneads in and like starts pulling to make a little place to sit and sleep.
For me, this is a full mane, baby.
I'm talking to it did that to Guy. It's on Guy's head, like just.
Oh, that case would have to be on my helmet because I'm wearing I've got the full sort of almost like samurai gear.
Okay.
I can have the helmet off.
Crawls
actually.
under your helmet.
It's breakfast. Yeah, the helmet's off. It's hanging off that and the mask, so you can see the big metal mustache. Yeah, sure, that works better. Oh shit. Okay, I guess I'm not done. Okay, I'm going to go get the other two because I only want to do this fucking speech once. Hey, where's Saren? Hey,
I've been here the entire time.
God damn, you're quiet. Hey, at least I
He
know
just
you're
like
focused.
leans from around the giant pork shoulder. I'm right here.
Actually, I just remembered. We have an ally that we can leave Felix with. We have a friend. Well, a friend that I could possibly make. I have the passcode for the cool club, you know, all that stuff. His name is the Karis Stormwarden. Anybody know that name?
Do I know that name?
Dakara's Stormwarden? Yeah, you would. He's not on this continent though, but he knows a lot about the things you guys are dealing with.
I'm gonna go
They're-
outside
The
and get the
goddess
other
told
two.
me that he's an ally.
They're
Oh,
not
so
here
told me.
right now. So-
I'll keep explaining the cars here as
Yep, so Guy goes out and like waves you two over, and you'll head back inside as Arron's camera crashes.
Again.
So
it didn't do this last week. I don't know why it's doing it.
I know. Guy, do you wanna do your piece? Get these guys
Absolutely
ready
yeah.
to rock?
So look around this again. Everybody at this room in this table is broken. A deep breath and trying to look dignified with this dragon sitting in my metal hair. So none of you are excited, eh? Not one of you has got that in your guts, eh? You're about to change the world today. The whole fucking world changes today based on what you do, whether you succeed or not, eh? And you sit here and piss back and forth at each other about how upset you are, eh? I know you're pissed off, eh? Tomorrow you'll be pissed off again. Today, you have to save the fucking world, eh?
Oh, I'm very excited.
I know you're happy
Like
you're
a man
going to
out
get
of
to
jail.
blow shit up. You'll burn down half this city. I don't worry about you, eh? You, I just let off the leash, eh?
And Aurelius is on your head, sort of like,
yes.
you know when cats like sit up, they puff themselves up and like roll their shoulders
Yeah.
back, and they're very proud of themselves. It's doing that, and every now and again, as you're like emphasizing, it does the same. It raises the hand, like emphasizes with you.
Oh god, like I'm not missing a moment of this.
No.
The tavern's
Yes.
also like the other people, the other patrons are gathering around as you speak, partly because there's a tiny dragon on your head, and partly because they're kind of coming to listen. A lot of people have heard of you and that you're not quite happy with how things are going. And others that you have, like, you've talked to some people and you've helped some people sort of get to a place where maybe they could get around the systems. So there's a lot of people gathering around and making Dusang symbols with their hands, or like just sort of like clapping or like that sort of stuff.
But yeah, it's always sort of been on the sly, and when he realizes people are looking, it's like, okay, you know, I look around, you know what, I include myself in this, eh? The time to talk, the talk is over, eh? It's time to walk the walk, eh? It's time to do what we said was right all along. Time to fix the ills in the world, eh? You, Sloan, eh? I see on your face all the emotion, eh? It's running up, it's running down, there's everything everywhere, all over the place, eh? You know what make that all go away? You know how to focus that, eh? You know the answer to this, eh? You kick the shit out of something, eh? That's easy, right? The fight, that's easy. The world is simple then, eh? You, them, you win, they lose. Simple, right? You get to do that today, eh? And it gets to matter. I don't know what happened here. I came in halfway through a conversation. It looked like somebody pooped in your cereal, eh? I don't know what happened. But I can see. Tell me the emotion. I can see it. What is it, eh?
Hurt.
I see more than that, and today, Stone, I teach you a new word, eh? You say after me, eh? Ambivalent.
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent, eh? It
Does
means,
it
it means I feel more than one thing about one thing, eh? You know, you and chocolate, you look at it, it is only love, right, eh? You know the 100th chocolate, you look at it, it's love, but it's also a little bit hate because you know you're going to be really sick, eh? But you still want it, it's still love, eh? That is ambivalent, eh?
That makes sense.
And it sucks feeling ambivalent because you are being pulled two ways in one direction at the same time, right? And it don't work.
It's not as easy as fighting.
So we get you into a fight today, eh? You do what you do best. They sing songs about this, eh?
Okay.
And then tomorrow you worry about the confusing shit, eh? Tomorrow, always tomorrow, eh? Auric, eh? That's a look on your face. I bet you've not been there many times, eh, in your whole life, eh? You look in that coffee and tell me what you see when you look in there, eh?
I see coffee.
And a little bit of fear, eh? Just floating around the hedge with the bubbles, eh? A little bit, maybe I'm not good enough today, eh? You spend your whole life looking for a test like today is going to be. It's not the end goal at the end of your whole life, but to be part of something. And they say Auric was there and it was his plan. And then the thing maybe you don't want to hear, Auric helped, eh?
Yeah, well, can't spend eternity alone.
I don't planning on spending eternity anywhere. Life's too goddamn short. Have fun, then die, eh? But today we have fun, eh? And you, and actually step around the creature on the table that we're eating. You haven't said the word all day?
I've been letting people speak.
Those knuckle cracks, though.
I have my goal, and I have things that I need to talk about with everyone. But first, we have shit to get done. And so I'm letting everyone have their piece, including you with your energetic speech.
Yeah, I know. I'm only good at like 2 things in the whole world, and this is one of them, eh? You know, once this
Who's the
starts,
other?
you're in charge, eh? This is on you. This is your city to take or to leave as you wish, eh?
Yes.
Then make it right, and I will stop and shut up talking now, eh? You, of all people, don't need a fucking speech, eh?
But the rest do, so please continue.
I think I cover almost everyone, eh? The thinker, the 2 feelers, and the guy who answers everything with light it on fire. And one tiny dragon who seemed to like me, eh?
And then Saren just stands up. So, I'm going to go talk to the Vons, but you all are going to go get ready for what we're doing here. Either be walking out of there. I'll get to you in a moment, Ignis. And either we'll be walking out of there with Felix, or there's going to be trial by combat, which I'll be getting Sloan for. The way at some point Felix will be walking out, and he's going to be needed to be teleported out with a big ruckus caused. Break a lot of shit and make a big flash. Make it look like he died from some kind of chaotic shit. And then we go to Yako's boat. Either way, we're getting him out.
I have this. In order to take out the vial of alchemist fire I got from the Umber Hearts.
Perfect. So that will be something that we can use. But for that, Ignis, what were you going to say?
I wanted to ask and see if I could come with you.
To the Vons.
Correct.
Why?
It might be impertinent for me to know the full lay of the entirety of what will be happening soon. The last thing I need is a lack of information. And secondary, the last thing I need is to not know where I'm going. Teleportation magic is a very finicky thing.
It's fair enough, and I can give you the location and specific teleportation circle design that's in Yuckelheim. So if that helps with your precision. But very well. However, I would ask that I be the one to talk with the Vons and kind of look to Auric. I know that we've talked about going together, but kind of look over to Sloan and I look back at him. Do you want to stay here or do you want to continue?
Auric will look over to Sloan and back to Saren and Egg and kind of look around to everyone. I think it would be best if I stay here with the others. Let's check in with me before you go. And here, and I'll hand kind of an open book over to you. I say, draw the sigils in here, so Ignis and I both have the coordinates in case something goes wrong.
Very well. Well, Guy, I'm going to be using this time to write down this teleportation circle and a letter. I need you to gather all of your troops that you can for this, because there's going to be some shit to start.
Well, don't you worry. I got a whole bunch of them, and they are just going to sing whatever song I tell them to sing, eh? Well, one more thing, and I reach up. The hand is shaking a little bit when it reaches up, but as it gets there, it's a deep breath. And use message to the little dragon on my head. Thank you very much. I needed that, eh? But I'm good now. And the hand stops shaking. You go with the big Bernie guy, eh? He needs you more than me now, eh?
What
No,
color is
go ahead.
your hair, by the way? What metallic color you said it was?
It's red and gold.
Okay, as he goes,
And the big curly mustache as well. So
he's going to pull out one of your hairs,
Yeah.
and then he kind of like loops it around his neck and like ties it in a little bow. And then,
I take a
love
knee and bow from like possibly the first time in my life showing true respect.
he sort of does his own little bow back, and then like prances, like, you know, like full like little leaps across to Ignis and just dives straight into the sleeve.
Wow. Yeah, Guy is all about prancing across the room for another beer too. Holy shit.
As you get to the side, the wife of the bartender is like,
Everyone is going
and
to just love
she
you.
steps out with a beer, gives you, hugs you. She's got like a nasty scar from the corner of one eye, where it's like, and the eye is milky, across to the ear, and the bottom of the ear is missing. She's another person that's been one of your freedom fighters before and copped some Varn hospitality.
Oh, you got something on your face there? And I reach up and really obviously do the child's conjuring trick with the gold coin. There, that was stuck on your face a little bit, eh?
Is it time? Are we is today the day?
Line the route, eh? You know where they will take him. And follow along, and then just follow my lead, eh? When the speech starts, just say yes loudly to everything, eh?
We'll gather everyone at the execution site. We'll have some people watching. And she goes to the floor and opens like a hidden compartment and starts throwing bundled arrows and sheathed weapons out to every single person in this bar. And then she gets this, like, almost like with a bit of reverence, a small hand crossbow, and goes to Saren. You seem to be the person in charge here. We had this made the last time we tried to do something, but my son didn't get to fire it. My oldest boy. Maybe you will. And it's a hand crossbow, and it's got a small ring at the end. When you want to use this, it'll fire normally, but if you hold that stud, there's a little stud on the side. It'll do something a bit more extravagant. And anyone who wants to identify this weapon can. It is a magical weapon. Place it on the table. Do you identify? And after a little bit of time,
Yes.
I'll go back to your thank yous or whatever in a minute, but just so you understand what this does. Once per day, you can depress that stud, and it enlarges the bolt as it flies through, and it becomes effectively a ship-killing ballista round. It'll do 2d20 damage. It does have a chance of breaking. It's a siege weapon, so if you hit a building, it'll jump that up to 4d20. You can apply a sneak attack to it, and that'll be a sight to see as you're hiding in a shadow, and then just
Sneak attack a castle.
Yeah.
Oric just like sort of slowly pushes it back over to Saren. It's basically a hand scorpion ballista.
Holy shit.
Don't press that button unless you really mean to. As you all might say, fuck shit up.
That gets a laugh out of Saren.
Yes,
Like,
yeah, I think
Yeah.
even that's gonna get Nia laughing, coming from fucking Oric of all people.
This lady has engraved the image of her son who died fighting, trying to rise up the first time against corruption in the city. The first time was against the Marius, which you would remember, Saren, happening about 10 years ago, when they were doing some pretty bad shit, overtaxing, kicking people out of their homes. And there was an uprising, and they were put down in its infancy, and they would be just before Guy started taking over and organizing everything a bit more quietly. This thing has been made to punch a hole in the walls of any noble house mansion so that the freedom fighters can get inside if they need to.
What's your son's name?
Gerald? Son. He a good boy. You just see her sort of like chin starts quavering and eyes start. I'm gonna take that bison. We called this the Rebel's Key.
Thank you. I'll take this. And I'm going to use it for this. And I feel that your son's spirit is going to guide me through.
She gives you a hug as well, and then goes to handing out more weapons to everyone. Some like really like poor suits of like leather armor, but the entire like every adult here is effectively armed by the end of this. And you can see people like are running out to other groups, and as you guys leave to go to the Vans, you'll see there's maybe 200 to 300 people gathering in different areas up and down the street, in alleys, in houses. You look in, and they're all sort of like, as you walk past, you're just getting nods up and down. You head out.
Just before we leave, I want to turn around to the lady and kind of smile at her and say, you know, when this is over, I'm thinking of maybe settling down a little bit. Can I buy you a coffee when this is done? And just halfway out the door.
Oh my god!
I don't think you quite remember what happened at the start of this, because she looks to her husband, the barkeeper.
I think Guy does remember.
That's such a Guy thing to do.
It's an obvious flirt that doesn't, you know, there's no intention following. It's just a big flirt, right?
She just sort of looks to the barkeeper.
Oh, you can come too if you must, eh? And then out the door and gone. Yeah.
She looks to him, and he sort of mouths something to her, and she runs up, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and is just like, we'll talk it over, and lets you go.
Oh.
A little bit of blush on the metal cheeks and out the door. Yeah, he got his bluff called there for sure.
As me and
Interesting.
Saren are walking down these streets, though.
Not
Hold
yet,
up, hold
because
up.
we have to see Orc.
Please.
Yeah.
We have to see Orc
okay.
before we leave.
All right.
Yeah.
Imagine Oric would catch Saren before they leave. He would go to like he seems like he's immediately going to cast a spell on you, and then you see him stop himself. I normally just cast away, but do I have your permission to give you some help?
You do.
This might be uncomfortable, but I'm going to open your mind to the infinite realities all around us.
Sir's like, what do you mean? And then Tab's like,
I've spent quite some time recovering this spell, and I will cast Fortune's Favor on you.
Oh
Okay.
god, you're getting the leaf treatment.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you will see that the amount of guards they have guarding Felix en route is ridiculous. And while all those guards do end up at the execution site, the entire city is turning out for this thing. There are tens of thousands of civilians in the square, lining the streets. So when you get to that point, and you can see as you're traveling, you see like the shadows of the futures unfolding of multiple types of ambushes gone wrong, a couple that succeed, and then as you get to the thing, it's this big, the revolution starts, and there's different things. There's like you firing the bolt from different places, and you see its destructive power. You see Sloane fighting maybe 4 or 5 different opponents that get called up for different trial by combats. You see the teleporter working, it failing. You see explosions, all the different possible ways of you doing this unfold in a fraction of a second. You get every image in your mind for just a moment.
Oh god.
Yep, it makes you feel a bit nauseous.
Oh god. Oh, I
I
haven't
said
had a
it
trip
might
like that
hurt.
since I tried to fucking snake tail. Mm.
One last thing.
Are you going to do
One
it
last
again?
gift. No?
Okay.
No. And he'll look at her and say, perhaps I was too quick to judge you. Had plenty of opportunities to snuff us out, I suppose. And you've seen too much of the chaos to betray us, I think. If you need to lock something down, you need something to end, you need just physical restraint, something to block and opening doors. And I'll hand this little bead to you. There's a spell in here. Break it upon what you wish the spell to be cast upon. It will lock it in place in reality. You may not need it with what you're doing now, but a lot can happen today. As you've
This
seen,
can work on a person.
only objects. But it can work on a breastplate, a shield, sword, braces, a belt.
Alright. It's good to know. Thank you. And we'll talk more about all of that later on the boat.
Yes. A lot to talk about.
Yes.
Okay. As you all
And
start... Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I was just about to say, and I go meet up with Ignis and we go.
All right. It's kind of hard for you guys to talk on the way because there's a gathering crowd that just follow you armed. If you were trying for diplomacy, it could work, but the militia that is gathered around you from all over the city, you have almost 1,000 armed individuals following you to the Varn house. As you kind of get outside, be like, I'd like to talk to your manager, please. It's going to be a bit interesting. So you get to the gate, and as you arrive, the whole crowd hushes, and the two guards outside are just the big knights in like grey armor with like black runes all across it, of different types of magical warding and holy symbols. Sort of just look at each other, and then back to you. They've got these like almost expressionless helms on, but you get the picture of worry from them. And one's just like, you don't hear these guys speak very often, but are you here to see Zafin, Lord Varn?
Oh, yes, I am, boys.
You may enter alone, Sophia.
And just kind of look to Ignis and just oh.
Come on.
Don't
I
worry.
turned to one of the guards. Do you even know who I am?
No, Ignis, it's alright.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Get to know the streets while I'm gone. And so, because that's all she says. So, and she'll go in.
As you enter, you pretty much you walk through the guard stands, another set of guards outside the main house, and you open the door, and the big, fat, overly rich priest who shouldn't be, someone that's meant to be a caring individual, comes waddling down the stairs and up to you. He's like, I don't... What's the meaning of this? Yeah. Oh, it's you.
Oh, I'm here to
Always
talk.
causing such problems. I should never have let you talk to that heathen in the prisons.
Well, it's too late to make regrets now. Why don't we just talk about what we're going to do right now?
What is it that you want, you little bitch?
I wouldn't really say that I'm little, but... Well, so is this the Vaughn head, or...
Yeah, this is Zarf and Vaughn. And as you got in,
Okay.
usually this place is filled with his guards, but they've all gone to line the roads and prepare the route. So he's only got, maybe... You've seen maybe 5 around, and from your, rough knowledge of this layout, there might only be 10. Those 10, each one is the equivalent of, 10 to 15 other regular people. So even if your 1,000 tried to rush this place, it would be a bloodbath. But there's not many here.
So, I'm here to talk about Felix and how I want him released. Not executed.
Not happening.
And why is that?
He has been spreading lies and blasphemies and... No.
So, it's actually a good thing that you've had me speak with him. I've grown close with him. So, I can very easily just talk to him about a vow of silence on these subjects, and that should solve this problem. Possibly solve this problem that's happening outside of your building right now.
Make a persuasion check. I'm going to say disadvantage because you've got this big entourage with you, and he's a very arrogant dickhead.
That's fair. Okay. I don't know how to do disadvantage from D&D Beyond, so I'm just going to
Roll
push it
twice.
twice. Yeah.
Juan. Jesus Christ.
I have
Double
extra
Jesus Christ.
keys.
I'm pretty sure holding shift or control does.
It doesn't matter. Can't release him, but your people cause trouble. We made promises with... Come back, they're gone, I guess. That cat was more useful. You can make your case at the execution.
Oh. At the execution. So, I'll make my case. Or we could do trial by combat. Make him the view to the outcome that's going to be happening. Not on the stand there.
Fine. Trial by combat it is. And I cannot wait to see our champion stand over your corpse.
Oh, who said I was fighting? I have a champion of my own.
What? No. Fine. He's like, seems very worried all of a sudden. Not expecting that.
So then, I guess we're going to be making our way. Do you need to get your walking shoes there?
Get out! Now! And he's just pissed off.
Okay. And
He
as
yells to the guards, if they are not 100 feet from our property within 30 seconds, put bolts in them. And you see the guards take repeater crossbows and start aiming it at the crowd.
as Saren walks out, she is going to order the crowd to back up for now and hold. So
they back up out of range, and
while they're no, I guess I'll let you.
A runner comes to you, since you now effectively have the entire city as your eyes and ears, whispers in your ear, "They've already moved him. He's on the way to the execution site. I don't know if they're just trying to get this happening before you notice. Maybe the execution's been moved up, but you need to get there now."
Okay. Street? What street?
Pretty much it's the city center, so any of the main thoroughfares will get you there very quickly.
Okay. And I am going to tell Ignis to come with me very quickly.
Yes.
I give him the direction as we're going to start moving very fast. I'm going to ask, are you able to talk to people from a distance?
Me personally? No. Not my personality. I'm fire
You're
and
not
I'm
Shut up,
everything
Auric.
else. I'm fire and I'm healing.
No, I just
Gee,
forgot
are
to
you
do
able
something I
to-
wanted to do.
So, as you see them walking, and they've Safin must have realized what's happened, because he's watched you get this runner come up, and then everyone start moving away. He's just like, "Guards, fire on them!" And crossbow bolts just start out towards you.
I will create are these coming towards us?
Yeah, they're mostly aimed sort of at Saren, trying to stop this, what looks to be the grand leader of the revolution, because she's in the middle there.
Okay. Here's what I will do.
Just to be clear, it's just Saren and Ignis that went, right?
And 1,000 of their friends, yes.
And those, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we weren't there yet.
Oh, I thought that Guy was over here with us.
You can have, I will pretty much be if you guys want to know anything, if anything anyone has said, within half an hour you can have a runner be this is happening. So it's you're always an hour away from anything. If you, pretty much the moment she's let's go, you guys can also be on the way to the execution site. So
I'm going to put myself in front of Saren, and I'm going to let the wings burst out. I'm going to wrap them around both of us.
casting any spells, or just gonna start flying?
I am going to... Yeah, I'm pretty much going to start flying in order to avoid the arrows, but I am not letting a single one touch her.
Okay. As opposed to me rolling 1 billion arrows versus your AC, just make a dex save. Well, I feel like Dex makes the most sense when you're
You're not a
flying.
hero. You're not a hero unless you bleed.
13, but if it's a save, hold on, I'm gonna double check on this. If you fail a saving throw or miss with an attack roll, you can roll a 2d4. So did I fail?
You did fail.
Okay. So I
You are
can.
frozen. There you go. Just
Yeah,
do this
I'm
and
aware,
then fix it.
don't worry.
2d4s is added to the result?
Yep. So
Oh,
that makes
okay.
it a 19.
Okay, in that case, far less crossbow bolts will hit you. It's only going to be 2
Yeah.
instead of 8. So,
Yep.
that's nice.
It's just.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay. No. Favored by the
you've made me
gods.
angry.
Thank
I'm
God.
going to I'm going to point to where I know that
that's really
Felix
good
is
rolling.
going, and I'm going to urge you to go there as fast as you can.
You take 31 points of damage into your back, but she doesn't take any damage. You'll pretty much you'll feel the shuddering impacts on Ignis as he's just like carrying you away. And because of this very showy wings of fire flying through the sky, a whole new world for you right now. You have people on the ground start chanting your name, Saren.
Yes. The right
God.
person is the hero. Yes.
Okay.
All you see is the strained face of pain.
I'm going to grab Ignis's face and use my ASMR healing to give you back 16 points.
Oh.
And
Oh,
because I believe that creates a giant flare of light, you're going to just
Blinded.
gain standing. Well, her hands, when she does it, she flares out. She takes a little bit of damage herself, I believe. You
Oh
do
no,
that?
no, it's healing. That's not
Okay.
that's not this.
I thought you were
not
doing the
radiant
other thing.
protection.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
fine.
doesn't do it.
So you heal him. Also, there's a little flare of light around your hands.
It's really
And
yeah.
there's definitely a lot more chanting going on as people are and like now it's not just the militia, it's every civilian that you're going over is leaving their house and just running below you. You have this city holds a little over 1 million people, and
Jesus Christ.
damn near
As I-
everyone is now running to the city center. They're like, shops are emptying. There's probably some looters out and about, so lots of guards are busy. They can't now stop what you're doing.
So as I'm looking at Saren, so like after the healing, I'm like, you are without a doubt a fantastic woman. And just double dash my way all the way to where we gotta go.
Okay. I will say you touch down as Felix is brought out.
Yeah.
He is bound hands, feet, mouth, and around the neck in like a choker collar, and all the chain from throat to wrist to feet, and he's like shuffling out of a like a caravan, like it's big caged on wheels, and you will see him sort of get taken up to a gibbet.
We weren't able to make it before they got there.
They're there, but people know now that you're here.
Misty step to him.
Hold up. So as you get there, you see familiar wards all over the gibbet. You cannot do any magic while he is on it. But magic users from around the place are throwing words into the sky in different recitations, skywrite, all sorts of things. Trial by combat, trial by combat, trial by combat. And as you get there, people are either chanting your name or that is it stops becoming a clear thing. It becomes this cacophony of noise. The buildings themselves are shaking, and for Sloane, Auric, Nia, and Guy, as they arrive, you just like feel the vibration in your chest from like a mile away thinking, oh fuck, what have we started?
I
Take
wanted
out my
more time, but I
swords.
will see you in a few moments. And I run into the nearby alley.
Okay.
Before Guy goes,
okay.
so we just arrived at the city
You're about a mile out.
Okay,
1.6
okay.
kilometers for those who use metric.
Yes. Thank you.
And we can see Saren and Arron in the sky.
They have just touched down, but there's
Aaron.
there's skywriting and all sorts of stuff going on right now.
Okay. Never mind.
You would have seen them for a moment just overhead.
No, I know. I thought we were closer, but if we're not, that's fine.
Yeah, so they've landed. And as you get there, you will have from the back of the cart, you see the head of the Knights of the Holy Word step out of the cart, followed by Amir. They were the two people guarding the prisoner. And they stand either side of him. The knight has a just gargantuan great blade that would be used to, once this man is hanging, if it doesn't snap his neck, it's quick decapitation, he's done. So, trial by combat.
Yeah, just Saren would just kind of like speak loudly out, just like, I was promised a trial by combat before any action is taken. We are supposed to be noble houses, especially houses with such holy vows. If you're not going to stick to it, you're just showing what utter trash that you are. So give me what was promised to me, or you're going to see your fall today.
One of the casters, and I want you all to take note that for a place that's not meant to be using much magic, it is rebelling hard at the moment. They are throwing off the dictates that the noble houses have put down to maintain trade relations with the dwarves, as the civilians are rising up to do what they want to do to get things going. And at that point, it means the noble houses pretty much have to shrug and just do the same. As Zafin gets teleported, just in a quick, crump of displaced air, he and a caster arrive in the area, and he is looking really exhausted. He is fat and sweaty and not a great person. He stands up on the gibbet and he's like, we got here as fast as we could. Yes, you can have your trial.
You shot me.
And looks around at his guards, noticing just how many people are here, and there's a good 10,000 people in the square, and the roads are packed. I'll say the party has arrived, and if they had come any later, they wouldn't have been able to squeeze through the press of people. There is a few... He turns to his caster. It's like, are you able to get me out of here if this goes badly? And because I'll say that Saren and Ignis would be close enough, if you want to make a perception check, you might be able to hear this. Guy, I don't know where you snuck off to. If you want to say you're close enough, I'll let you be, because I thought you were going to take to the stage.
I've buggered
and
off.
do things.
I've got a couple spells I want to cast, but they got to be done from a distance, like a distance.
Oh.
Distance.
Holy shit, Saren nat 20. Okay. Fucking Saren
Saren,
read lips, apparently.
You
still
hear,
Actually, I do.
you
Oh,
hear that.
I took that feat.
You hear that, and the response, "Sir, I'm not that powerful. That was just, that was a scroll, and we're divine casters in. You know that we can't. We are stuck here, sir." So he's teleported here, and in the rest of people, he would not be able to get out. So. The. Zarfin looks at her. All right, send forward your champion.
Okay. I'm sure that they're making their way here now. After all this.
I think we're just arriving, aren't we?
Yeah, you'd be.
Yeah,
you'd be
if we
pushing
heard
through
the
front.
noise, I'm sure we started coming.
Auric, what spell were you going to try to do for communication here?
Telepathic bond is one of my new Spidey spells.
I will say that you are in range to do that if you wish.
I wish to telepathically bond us all. We can speak telepathically for an hour, over any distance.
Oh. That's
unless you go to another plane of existence, and no one go to another plane of existence.
Don't do that.
Well, don't wild magic us to hell again, okay?
This is a Spidey spell, not a wild magic. But yeah, I guess
Spidey
that's a
spell.
good point too.
So
As you
these-
cast it, just so everyone knows what this looks like, you like kind of open your spell book, you hold it out in front of you, and you like brush your hand across it as you cast it, and from your hand, a bunch of tiny little spiders jump out and sort of glide on web wings, and they land on the forehead of every person you are telepathically bonding to, and they kind of they knit a telepathic link to everyone there.
I know it's gross. I say in their heads, I know it. I know it's gross. I know it's gross, but we can speak quietly now and subtly. It's disgusting, I know, but it's useful.
I don't consider this
How
as
are you in
disgusting.
my head?
It's just a little creepy.
Oh my god, that's a lot of voices.
Keep the comms clear.
Your mouth didn't
That's
Oryx.
size 10-4.
Oryx, bard and military background. He's like, break comms, break comms.
It's just what it's like when everybody's talking in the Discord.
So
chat. Just
what I
happens.
will say is that you know, you can make this any type of spider you want. You know, like cute little like multicolored spiders. It could be no. I will send
This is
you.
Oryx you're talking about.
I will
puffball.
send you.
A puffball or nothing.
Yes.
Nope,
This
it's
is
the
Oryx
most.
we're talking
It
about.
looks
Puffball
like
with
a
legs.
freaking orb weaver.
God.
I hate you, Sean.
I will
I had
send.
one of those things crawl on my foot last night. I hate you.
Nice. So you've all got that going, and you
Well,
can
okay, just
summon
before-
your
yeah.
champion if you wish. Oh no, Gigo.
Just before I walk away, I turn to whoever's closest. Let's make it Auric because it makes more sense, I think, and I reach out and say, "Old my ale," which is the verbal component of me casting glibness, an 8th level spell. For the next hour, any charisma check I roll, if I roll less than a 15, I have a 15 instead. So with my bonus, that means for the next hour, I cannot roll a charisma roll less than 30.
Oh.
That is
Wow.
one of my favorite spells in existence.
Holy crap.
It is one of the best spells in the game, and it's
Never
the
heard
reason
of
why
it.
bards are terrifying.
Okay.
So I'll see you there, and I climb up on the roof of a nearby building, lay flat on my back, and then cast. Where is it?
Is glibness concentration?
No.
Oh Jesus.
Wow.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
It's a
glitches is how
verbal
dictators are
only.
made.
Verbal only component. 1 hour, not concentration, which means I can cast mislead, which is concentration. So I climb up on the roof and lay down,
God.
and I become invisible. And at the same time, an illusory double of myself appears. It can last for up to an hour. The invisibility only ends if I attack or cast a spell. You can use your action to move your illusory double up to twice your speed and make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose. I can see through its eyes and hear through its ears, and I can switch back and forth from it to me as a bonus action.
So
So
he
I
just won
blank out
D&D.
on the roof.
And,
Yeah.
and what do you say?
I jump down and start making my way towards the thing. I want to wait until the priest starts to speak, and then I'm going to start.
Okay. So you had
I
summon your champion. So summon your champion, please, Saren.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, do you have something, Shelby?
I have a question because I was never given a weapon damage, but I'll wait till you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I do the champion thing, I have a question about these glyphs that stop the magic and stuff.
Yep.
Are they like a physical thing that's like
They're carved into
there?
the wood of the like platform and give it the hangman's noose. So like destroying
that
that would...
problem real quick.
It's wood, yeah, you could. But there's also there's
Maybe not when
civilians
Felix is on the platform.
Yeah, there's civilians
I'm
packed up
aware.
pressed against it. So this place has 10,001 hit point civilians in it. So just be aware.
I'm
So
aware. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I'm just asking because maybe I have an idea for the crossbow that I got because that's
Okay.
not
Ooh.
magic, and I could break the glyphs, and which can allow like someone to do some teleporting. But anyways,
Okay, so what do you say in your telepathic bond? Because I don't think you can see Sloane right now.
yeah, no, she's just gonna like, Sloane, are you close?
Do I hear that? Can I hear
Yes,
that?
you do. You're close enough.
All right. Hearing that, I will reach back, take out the Kopesh. And Nia, are you standing there? Are you there too?
Yes.
All right. After I take it out, I'm holding it at my side, standing up straight. I'll look at you and I'll say, I forgive you. And then I will start walking to Saren.
Okay.
So,
they-
can I get closer?
It's very hard. Like, as it is, people have made a pushback to allow the giant woman with a giant sword through, and there is now, like, it almost gets hard to breathe as everyone just, like, crushes in to allow you through to the front.
Oh god.
Some Fantasia shit.
I
right
can
here.
see it. I love this.
Okay.
Through the telepathy,
Yep, telepathy.
I'm going to say one thing to Sloane. There are two men. I don't know who's going to be the one to fight you when it starts. One of them is my brother. If he steps forward, I beg of you to not kill him.
What does he look like?
We're twins. He looks just like me.
Then I will think of it as you.
Thank you.
Okay. As Sloane steps into the open square where the trial by combat can occur, with a smile, instead of sending in the big knight, I will. Now your decision's been made, I'll tell you, straight up, just behind the DM screen, if you had done it, he would try to kill you with the big knight. But you've been a thorn in his side, so he'd rather hurt you now. Trial by combat then. Only one leaves the square alive, and they get what they want. And Amir Varn, brother of Sophia Varn, steps forward. With his halberd made from the heart of a earthen titan. It hits hard. You can feel it, and your blade recognizes it, and is not confident for a second, but is still thrilled for the fight.
And thinking that like it, I don't know if it like thought, that hits hard or whatever.
Something like that.
I'll just be like, I hit harder.
Before she gets into combat, I step up to Salome. I also have an answer for you, and I'm going to cast guidance which will, once before the spell ends, the target can roll an extra d4 and add that number to. Yep, an extra d4. And this is for an ability check of any of your choice.
Okay.
So
Yep.
don't get caught in a grapple. And
Or
as
well,
I-
go ahead.
as I say that, I look down at the Kopesh and I look back at you. Believe it or not, we are connected in different ways. Good luck.
Okay, so
Pat her shoulder and walk away.
I
Or I'm
need.
just gonna slip by him and just say, "But I can show you more." Boop.
Is it Fortune's favor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you have your fortune's favor refreshed. No, it's not on you. It's on Sloan. It's a 50-50 fight. So, you know, you get that reroll, but it's gonna be.
Got
be
a
hard
bonus and a
fight.
reroll.
All right.
About to be-
Before we start this off, because I need just like 10 seconds to quickly get a cack sheet out.
Are we doing this right now?
We are doing this right now.
It's
but
midnight.
I know.
Yeah.
2-minute break.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I have work in the morning.
Yeah, I know. We have half an hour before we finish, guys.
Yeah. Oh, okay. In that case, go.
All right. I'm efficient.
All right.
It's a
Alright.
one-on-one. These battles go very quickly.
And if everyone's,
I'm gonna stealth away.
everyone's gonna have to stop for a moment so I can get through what I'm trying to say. All right. I'm nominating Sean to do a quick rundown on thank you to all the sponsors, what we're doing here, while I quickly just look up something just to make sure I got this all right. Go ahead, Sean.
Sure thing. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for a lovely, lovely charity event, the launch of a lovely charity event that there's much more to go with. But let's talk a little bit about who made this charity event possible. We're going to start off with my favorite, Dwarven Forge.
Hero Forge.
Dwarven Forge.
Hero.
Hero Forge.
Jesus Christ.
God, I wish it was Dwarven
Dwarven Forge
Forge.
did not sponsor us, but they could. Anyway, Heroes Forge, my other favorite, Heroes Forge, Hero Forge. Kevin gave an amazing speech earlier about Hero Forge, and I don't think I can top it, so I'm just going to tell you really shortly. They have excellent, excellent features to help you build your hero. And you could do so in all sorts of materials, as he talked about earlier. There's bronze, plastic, higher quality plastic. You can get 3D files, so you can print them yourself in your own resin. Go check out Hero Forge. They've got so many great features. Next sponsor for tonight's evening is Dungeon Fog, a lovely cartography set for you to make your own world maps and battle maps for your own game. Check them out. And make your world. And if you want to keep making your world in the form of lore and information and organizational structure, there's World Anvil, an excellent, excellent resource to create your own, essentially wiki-style collective lore encyclopedia for your world, book organization, novel organization, all sorts of things. Hit Point Press. They're responsible for some amazing, amazing supplements to D&D. We've got Humblewood. We've got the new Fool's Gold Kickstarter that was just successful. We've got the Deck of Many. We've got so many great things from Hit Point Press, so check them out.
All right, good. I'm good now. Thank you very much. Okay.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I'm not going to show you this man's stats.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
But
I don't need to know till after.
Alrighty. Yeah.
And
Salutes
if I may,
with
I'll
his
just
halberd.
drop in like 6 to 10 seconds of speaking during each of the combat rounds, if that works.
I'll probably give you. I'll give you like 30 seconds now, and then like
Okay.
when one of them hits like half to dead, I'll give you another 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, it works too.
But roll for initiative, Sloan, while he starts it.
I have a request. If I could potentially be part of this initiative lineup, because I'm gonna be doing things in the background while I'm getting ready with this freaking crossbow, because I'm not gonna
Should I
let the
too?
fight actually finish.
Okay,
No,
so firstly,
should I do it too for the sake of
yeah, okay. But firstly, you guys do that. Gee, do your thing.
As they start to close and everybody start to focus, the crowd is coming in, and the Altgi, this fake me, walks out. And just as they start to speak the rules, just starts to yell, "There are usurpers amongst us. They stand on the stage. They are regents, not rulers, and yet they act as though they are the emperor. The emperor who at this very moment lies indisposed in his bed, paying the price for the power he uses to keep us alive. And they choose this moment to kill an innocent man, A man whose only crime was doing his job and exposing himself to a terrible artifact which wrecked his mind. And who, I ask you, has that artifact now? The Vaughn, the very people who have access to our weakened emperor." I'll stop there for the first word.
Sure, make a... It doesn't matter, I guess. Make a charisma check with your expertise, because I believe you're expert in all of them.
Performance? Yeah.
Sure. What? I'm pretty sure you can't get below 15, and you are proficient or expertise in all of them. So, enjoy.
See if you can get that 35, son.
Yeah, we're seeing if you can get 30.
Yeah, I just need to see if you pretty much only care about the natural 20.
Yeah, 33, so yeah.
Okay, at the moment, as these two the rules are being talked to them, no one can hear them. Just the two in the center can hear it, as Sloane's blade starts to radiate heat, as the white, red, like rage from the blood on your face starts steaming up again. Sorry, I just had like a mental image of something which I'll explain after. But you are circling each other as the rules are explained, and he looks calm and ready.
So do I.
You don't look calm.
Okay, well...
Chomping at the
I
bit.
look ready.
Does anyone here seen the scene where Might Guy releases all his gates? Because that's what Sloane looks like right now. Just
I have
like
no idea what you're talking about.
you're heating up so much that your blood is boiling, and there's just like this like flaming mist coming off you in this like red haze, which is just your energy building up inside you as you're about to absolutely destroy something. Okay, so let me just see these initiatives. We've got. I
got 28.
So we got Sloane at 28. We have Ignis at 18. We have Saren at 16. And we have Amir at a good old 11. Sloane. Oh, fucking Auric has to throw his 2 cents into them.
I would like to, but I don't think I can physically get closer if I'm stuck in the crowd.
Not right now. It'll surge and move, and I'll give you a chance to move in a second, okay? So if you want to roll, go for it. But, Sloane, you are about 30 feet away from Amir, and you are going first.
Okay. I'm going to close the distance between us. And as I'm doing, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, and the bloody tears get brighter and brighter, and just my face gets angrier and angrier. And as I'm walking, I'm like doing some cool twirly things with the Kopesh. And when I get there, I'm just going to bring it down 2 times.
That's what she sees. The crowd pretty much sees the ground from where you stand break underneath you as you dash forward so fast you just become a blur of motion, with just the steel of your weapon just spins around you, creating like a haze. As you yell, there's almost like a sonic boom. You are buffed up crazily, and the thing inside you hasn't had blood for a while and wants it.
Oh boy.
There is a flare of heat you all feel, and there's just like coppery taste to the air as this creature that is Sloane and the blade combined just rushes forward, and Amir raises his weapon to try to block. Make your attack.
Do I have advantage because it looks really cool?
If you recklessly attack, yes.
Oh, that's right. I do. Yes.
Can I have my class feature?
Fusion, thank you.
Get those great weapon masters.
Natural 20!
Shit!
Woo!
That's a
29!
On a barbarian, that's really scary. Okay.
I know,
because
because
wanted
wait,
that natural
great
20.
weapon master thing, right? Because
More
I
than
never
that.
used this freaking feature.
More than that. But roll your damage because barbarians get extra dice. Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of dice.
Listen, when a barbarian crits, it fucking crits.
Okay, so you're great with mastering as well, which provides. So it's 13,
Plus 6, plus
22.
16. Plus 13 plus 22. Okay,
35 for
35.
those two.
35, right? And that, I believe, your total damage. That
And then plus
increases
3 for
plus
raging.
6, plus 3 for raging. So we've got 35, 38, plus a further 10 for Great Weapon Master.
Yes.
With 48 points of damage.
Yes.
As he holds the weapon up and the force of it just drives it down and the Kopesh just sinks straight into his shoulder. You feel the collarbone give way under the attack.
Didn't miss this.
That's
I
the
That was
first
my
attack.
that was my first attack.
Yep.
That was one.
I want to make it clear I am remembering I'm trying to hold on to what Saren said.
This is meant to be a fight to the death, but yes, he gets driven down to one knee, and again, like the ground sort of like quakes out from under him. Dust gets pushed up. This is the weapons that are ancient rivals. You have a elemental titan and a war god fighting more than you have two humanoids fighting.
All right. Okay, yeah, no. 17?
Let me double check his AC, because I think you might have actually hit him. You have.
I did? Excellent. I mean, not excellent. 9 plus 3,
Okay.
12.
So you hit him and he gets lifted from his feet as smacks into his breastplate, doesn't cut through it, and he lands and he gets into a ready stance. Because you crit with Great Weapon Master, you get to make a bonus attack. So that's a thing.
Yep.
You also have
Here
action
I go.
surge, so Jesus.
That absolutely crossed my mind.
I should
Yeah.
have done more speech.
You hit again.
19,
Yep, you hit.
14.
Okay, you sort of your weapon is huge. It's very heavy. And it's also this big curved Kopesh, and you sort of lance it out, hooking it over his spear. There's this ringing sound as it slides down it, and the tip of it just smashes him backwards as he takes 11 points of damage. And you see his breastplate is now dented inwards in the center. That's your 3 attacks done. Do you wish to action surge, or are you going to leave it?
Nope. I action surge, so 2 more.
Action surge, absolutely. All right. Jesus Christ.
All reckless.
That does not hit. He
Okay.
manages to, as you jump forward and slash down, he sidesteps and just carves into the ground.
Okay, last one.
17 hits again.
8 plus 3, 11.
As opposed to bringing it up to cut again, you just literally under the ground carve it up, and he has to sidestep.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually puts the blade under his foot, and he gets lifted and lands flat in his back and takes momentum to roll up and spring up with the spear. And he is really worried about how this fight is going to go, as you have just done. Let me just add this up, because that was many. That was a lot. Okay. So you got
Getting flashbacks.
I think you
that
did
don't
close
like.
to. I think you did
15th
close
level
to
barbarian.
16.
16.
85 points says chat.
85.
2 different chat members say 85. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Over
40.
technically 6 seconds.
48 off the first attack. We've got 11, 9, and 8. Is that right? So that should be. Oh no, we didn't add up all the further. You got three damage from your rage, right? Each attack.
Yes.
That's another 9.
I did. I added them each time when I told it to you.
I just took the number from this, but that's
From chat.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Let me just double check. I'm gonna double check it. Yeah, I think it's a bit more. 68 plus 17. 70. 78. So it'd be. Oh no, you're right. Thank you, chat. I will never doubt you again. 85 points. Jesus Christ, 85 points of damage. He's looking worried, but he does a quick flourish. He spins the blade around and he attacks you. So let me just once again.
Well, he's gonna have advantage because all of mine
because
were.
of the recklesses.
Yep. All of mine were reckless.
So
Barbarians and consequences. They never get them.
Nope. Never learned.
got plus 5 plus 6. So he's got a total.
Consequence.
What's a consequence? I don't think he can miss you, but that at advantage. 19.
Yep, that'll hit. Wait, 19.
19
as
to
in-
hit. I'm just double checking his.
Okay. My AC is
skill,
19.
yeah.
1920 is a crit thing. See if he's that guy.
Okay. So, he brings the blade out at you and attacks for a total of. I apologize for how slow this is going, given how fast you did yours. Cool. 12 points of damage as he brings it around and this long halberd comes out laterally at you, and as it hits you, you get forced back and a pillar of earth about 10 feet tall just behind you out of the ground. He is going to attack again. Oh, that was so close to a 20. You motherfucker. The other dice got in the way. Alright, I assume that hits?
A 26, yeah.
Okay, 9 points of damage. Obviously,
Does
this
that
is
to 4?
it is because it's magical, but it's still magical slashing. And then as that happens, another pillar out of the ground.
On side?
Yeah, so you've got opposite sides to you right now.
I think I see what he's doing.
He is going to sit there and he smacks the half of the staff into the ground, or the halberd into the ground, and these two pillars just at you from opposite sides. Make a dex saving throw.
You got it. I have advantage.
Of course.
Natural
you fucking
Natural
20.
20.
24.
So only Shannon
Nope.
gets the 20s
I
tonight.
stop it. Can I stop it? Can I stop it?
do. Do you want to make it better than that? One-handed, you just smash one aside with the blade.
Excellent.
And then as the other one comes through, you don't even use the blade, just with your fist holding it, just punch through it and just shatter it. And he just sees you come out of this cloud of earth coming at him.
Fuck yes.
Make your attacks. Actually, no,
Do a round of
we're going to do a
Yeah.
full round of initiative now.
Okay.
So it would be, I just wanted them to have at least one round to attack each other, guys. Come on. With all your stupid initiatives. Ignis, you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
Wait.
Okay, so in my mind, I'm
Sorry, I didn't see your roll.
Nia first.
Nia, you're up.
I want to get closer. That's the,
Okay,
the only thing
you
I want to
move-
spend my action and dash doing.
You get
is
30
getting
feet closer due to the difficultness of the thing. You're about 10 feet from the edge of the arena now.
Cool. That's all I wanted.
Ignis.
All right. Communicating with Saren. In my mind, I'm all like, okay, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to be?
I need you to be close to the stand so then you can teleport Felix out because I'm gonna break those fucking glyphs.
How far away am I from Felix in the stand?
You are about. You would have been. Well, you were told that this is where you had to go, so I'll say you're about 30 feet away.
30 feet away. My wings are still out, so I need to double check this. Just in case. Manifest wings. I think.
Yes.
Okay. So it nullifies magic just in general, yeah?
Yes.
At the risk of taking fall damage, and I'll say it for the record. I do apologize. At the risk of taking fall damage, I am going to go straight up 30 feet towards his direction, and if I'm still hovering over that area, I'm going to take the dash action and dive back down and see, and I'll take the risk of taking fall damage.
Okay. Make a dex saving throw.
Alright. 17.
All right, you're fine. You'll take 1d6 of fall damage, so barely anything. As 1 point of damage as you kind of like land more or less on your feet and balanced.
And as I land in front of Felix and I stand between me and the rather sizable Vaughn and the other mage caster, I'm like, hello there.
Thanks, Obi-Wan. All right. General Kenobi. All right. So
Ignis Brimlight.
I'm going to make that your entire turn.
No, I have to take the dash action. I got nothing else.
So next up we have Saren.
So I am going to. Oh boy. I need people to not be in the way, but seeing how everything's going, I'm going to, let's see here, friggin' parkour my way up some buildings so then I can get some height above people. And like basically just get up on there. I am going to take out this crossbow. And I'm going to aim it. The Vaughn head is standing on the thing, isn't he?
That's true.
And that's where all the glyphs are.
Yeah, if you hit him, while some damage will follow through, it won't be full damage against the
Yeah.
thing.
So I'll be aiming specifically at the glyphs. And yeah, she gives a bit of an odd look at her brother because it's just like, that's not. But yeah, I'm not letting the fight go further. So
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, Sloan.
Can I get you to make a perception check while you're up there?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't fail me now. That'll do. Oh, maybe it won't.
My
13.
passive is 17.
I'll allow that to be the case. That seems better. Because your passive is meant to be, fairly high. On the roof of a building, maybe 4 buildings across from you, ducked low in a large coat with one red spiked demon arm, is a tabaxi aiming a crossbow at the Vaughn household head as well.
Just kind of looks over, just like, huh, son of a bitch. Oh.
I'm in.
As you say that, he sort of like one eye just like goes to that like cheeky grin comes up, and as he's aiming with one hand, he just like tilts his hat and you guys effectively fire at the same time.
Yep.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yes!
What fire?
So,
The AC of this building is not much since it is wood and it is large. Make an attack roll. Just see if you get that 20.
Okay. Let's see here. Where are my things?
As you're doing that, I'll describe what's happening to the Vaughn man. as he's sitting there and he's like yelling, pointing out to guards, you just see this arrow embed in his thick, fat jowl neck, and it just go push straight through. And as he reaches up to grab it, it just and he goes down on his knees and topples
Don't
off
hurt this man,
the
motherfucker.
front of the because he also can't. He's gone up to try to cast a spell, but he can't cast up there. No magic allowed. He didn't expect this to happen today. So
what kind of
he bleeds
crossbow
out.
is this?
Your one, just a hand crossbow. But
Just a hand crossbow? Okay.
remember that it goes to, if you fire it while it's pressing the stud, it's going to be D20s, 2D20, not
Yep.
D4.
No, that's what she's planning on. She's going to basically fire and push that button while it's like going.
All right. So there's this twang from over there. Your crossbow is going to twang. Just roll me the attack.
Yeah, I'm
Varn
trying to.
falls. You can just do it manually if you want. Just falls down. I'm going to just see if he knocks Felix off with him. That's the wrong dice. It's meant to be a D20.
Okay.
Felix kind of like totters about a bit, but doesn't fall. If you want to use your reaction, Ignis, you can just like effectively kick him off the edge so he's off the stage. As you see Varn falling, and from in front of you, just see this crossbow bolt. It's gonna hit, growing. This like gigantic ballista bolt is coming. So as your reaction, you can pretty much dive with him, make a dex save to get out the way as this whole area is about to go up in splinters, not smoke, not flames, but splinters.
And this is on me to make that deck save?
Yes, you're gonna take Felix to the ground.
Okay. Let's give her a go. 10.
If you want to, we have hero points here that you re-roll things. You might want to do that.
Yep.
How far away is he? How far away is he?
He's just succeeded.
20.
It's a 20. That's better. Yeah.
I'm taking that hero point. We're making that a fucking 20.
So you jump, you start to trip, and you just kind of like, you can't put the wings out properly again, but you just flare them for just a second, just a little bit, and you like shoulder into him and go to the ground. As you land, you see that Zaf and Varn, the big overweight man, he's landed face first. His neck is broke as fuck. His throat's more or less torn out by the arrow. He's very dead.
Good.
And as you hit the ground, there's just this more or less explosion behind you as, you know, a couple of 100 pounds of wood is just smashed into the thing. Splinters fly everywhere. Some of the crowd is hit with large pieces of wood and fall down bleeding. There is screaming. It starts to go up. The fight is still happening. The guards around the place start pouring crossbow bolts into the rooftops and some into the crowd as they try to run. So,
All right. I'm going to turn him over. Can I bring the wings back out at a certain point?
not your turn
I'll
yet.
wait for my turn. Yeah. I'll
Auric,
wait. But-
you're up.
Okay. Seeing the shit hitting the fan, I'm going to
Shut up.
reach out to Saren telepathically to say, "What do you need me to do?" While I'm doing that, Nova, real quick, has anyone got a scarf nearby? Anyone wearing a scarf?
Sure.
It's a
There's
weird
someone
question, but-
wearing something. The revolution is starting. They're all in like
No.
Guy Fawkes masks.
Yeah. No, I mean like anyone I can, because I'm gonna hand a few pieces of gold to someone and grab like I want a long scarf that is
Yep.
like almost like a shawl.
Yep.
I'm just gonna toss them gold while I'm talking to Sarah, not even talking to them. Just put gold in their hand and take their scarf and slowly wrap it around my arm as I see shit hitting the fan and there might be fighting happening, and cast Silk to Steel onto it to increase my AC by 2 and have a.
Do you want to read what that
Little
spell
soft.
does? Since that's a new one for
Yeah.
most people, since it's one of my homebrew ferromancy spells.
Yes. This is a homebrew ferromancy spell of Nova's that he so graciously gave me. For an hour, you imbue an ordinary scarf or a similar piece of clothing with the strength of steel without altering its weight or flexibility. So it's still a scarf. It's just as strong as steel. Each round on my turn, I can use a bonus action to decide to either make it a +2 shield essentially for me, or to attack with it like it's a whip.
Very cool.
Okay. So I'll say you do that, and As crossbow bolts come out, you just kind of like hold up and you just like, off it goes. Like, oh, that's come in handy immediately. It goes back to the top. Sloan, he is not backing down from the fight. He's been given his orders. He's going through with it.
Okay.
I hadn't.
Does Saren get a chance to respond?
Saren, if you want to respond, sorry, you can. And
Yeah. So we need to get Felix out, and then we need to go to Yako's boat. So either teleport Felix out or get Sloan to leave now.
Get Sloan out of here.
Bring up my hand. I'm working on it.
Should I get to before Sloan?
This one game.
Yeah, I'll let you have a quick word here.
Because I didn't roll initiative because we had me go before last time. So, yeah, there's not much left. Seeing that this is almost over, he cuts to the short version. So what is their nefarious plan? To warp and control the Emperor, or to drive him mad and force him to abdicate the throne to them, eh? Either way, they are usurpers. They have no right to the throne. And they are not the only ones. The Marius outside the city, are their spears pointed out in defense or in control? These people, they are trying to take away your lives. It is a power play right in front of you, as blatant as a civil war. We must unite to defend the Empire. And at that point, I activate the armor, explode into 10-foot ball of rainbow-covered flames. From that, the wings out from that, couple steps forward and leap off the side of the building and fly towards the ground, screaming, "For the Emperor!" And as I hit the ground, I end the spell and disappear.
Awesome.
Okay. There's a flare. Everyone sort of make a flat charisma for me. You can use your plus. You get your minimum 15, but just
I'm also going. Yeah, just because this is probably it, I'm going to do the charisma roll. I'm also going to inspire myself. So why not?
Yeah.
So 17 plus 15, 32 plus a D12. 37. Oh, sorry, 34. 34.
Okay. You're 1 point from your max of 35. I'm going to say everyone here gets an inspiration dice from him.
Yeah.
You can only get 1d12.
That's perfect. I had 4 left, so that makes perfect sense. Yeah, or 5. Yeah.
On top of that, the whole crowd just goes fucking nuts. The big guards start being taken down. There's one who tries to walk over to Ignis and like puts a foot on his chest, gets that big repeated crossbow, and then just like a bottle shatters against his head, and he just turns around and like one guard jumps him, 2, 3, 4, and they eventually take him down, getting you a bit clear. Amir is going to take a swing at you, Sloan, but you know it's your attack, so you can parry and you keep going with your fight currently. Let's see how this ends up.
Yeah, I'm not stopping either. All right, I am going to, with my bonus action, manifest echo. So my bear, Shadow Barrington, comes out.
Yes.
And I imagine it. He just like it like comes like from my shoulders and just kind of like ends up behind him, so that we're both like just one on either side.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, can I attack first?
Nope.
That's not how this works, Shannon. But part of my turn would have been to.
Yes.
Part of my turn. I mean, am I within 120 feet of Sloan?
Yeah.
Okay, but part of my turn also, from what Saren said, is I'm just like pushing through the crowd to get to the edge of the ring.
Okay.
13 wisdom save.
Okay.
You have Fortune's favor, by the way. Remember?
That's true. Thank you. I'm re-rolling it.
I was also meant to say, because
I have a D4 as well.
Do you think? Can re-roll it?
Guidance, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Again, only Shannon gets 20s tonight.
Yeah.
You are not transforming into your werebear tonight. Would have been cool. Sure. It's
Yeah, but Amir would have been dead.
Yeah, well. Make your attacks.
Okay. I have 2 from me and 1 from Shadow Barrington.
I am going to use my reaction to temporal shunt Sloan. I'm not letting you kill her, brother.
Make a save.
Make
I
a.
believe.
Yeah, it's a. Let me check.
It would have been a crit as
If it's
well. Make a con save.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on!
And you have a hero point, and you have a guidance, I believe, for a save. No.
Ugh.
Or is it a check?
Guidance
It's
is-
it's a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save.
Okay, make a wisdom save.
Come on.
You have a hero point you can use if you really want to go through with it. Oh no, you pass anyway.
For violence. For violence.
You've passed. You feel Auric try to push you out of reality. He's used an aggressive spell against you. How does that make you feel, Sloan?
I know that's him, right? That
Yeah.
he did it. So in the midst of attacking, I will just like look and find him and just like look and just hatred.
Your face starts to distend a bit. You can feel your jaw cracking and like fangs start filling your face from the bear.
Or not hatred, betrayal. That's
yeah.
what I wanted, betrayal.
And do you know what?
Bear
Make
trail.
a
Betrayal.
That slipped out. I did not
Make
make
Pretty
a-
damn good though.
make a charisma saving throw, Auric.
This is on you, buddy.
Okay.
Ugh.
You take
9.
Sloan's level in psychic damage as the creature in the blade sends a
16.
psychic backlash at you through the connection you guys have right now.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Is it my full level or just my barbarian level
Your
or
full
fighter level?
Full level.
Okay, 16.
And you manage to score a crit, so roll damage against Amir. Remember, you can add a smite to these attacks. You have that smite from the god's favor. So
That's right.
Or we
Forgot
cannot
about
kill
that.
Amir. That's also something
long
we could
as-
do.
Weird part with 5e, as long as the
That was
last strike is
terrible.
non-lethal, the rest doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think Sloan has that in her vocabulary.
Yeah, sounds not
27 damage is very low for that. Okay.
Okay, then fucking smite. All right.
Oh, you've also,
Get some more damage.
You can hear it point
Nova.
reroll if you wish. Just you
Nova,
just-
why do you keep?
I do you have the smite stats up, or you just want to roll? No, okay.
Nope,
Give me a
I
sec.
nope.
Does she? What kind of smite is it?
I think it's actually cast smite, so never mind. We'll do that next time if you want to use it.
Yeah.
So
smite.
yeah, it's a cast smite. So
Okay.
you attack out, and you bring that down for 27 plus 3, 30 points of damage on top of him. As you've just sort of like hit him in like across the chest. It completely breaks the armor off of him now and leaves a like a big tear across him, and he goes sliding back through the ground, the dirt, staying upright but breathing heavily. And
Was
looks
that
at you.
2 attacks or just one?
That was one attack.
All right, I got 2 more.
Yes. Yeah.
And a bonus attack
This
because
is-
he crit.
Yeah. This entire
So
time,
3 more.
Oric is
another
My God!
What the fuck?
Oric is telepathically screaming no at you, Sloan, in your brain.
Everybody
I'm
is
not
acting
listening.
telepathically
No,
Okay.
but
screaming no.
story-wise,
Wow.
it makes so much sense, right? I mean, Mia
Make
killed her
your-
whole family. You can't expect her to hold back now, right?
Everybody wants tongue tonight.
Sorry,
Make
Saren,
your-
but you're about to be.
Make
you're about to be
your
an
roll.
ex-twin.
Let's see how this goes.
Like,
If you get another 20 on these attacks, I will just max out the damage. That's my promise to you.
Okay.
All right.
That's in D&D what we call a god killer.
Yeah.
Also, with all the donations tonight, everyone would have rerolls at this point. So if you
So
need a
you wanna kill
reroll,
that?
it's there.
In chat.
Yeah, cool. So
Thank you.
you have another 29, 32 points of damage for a total of 62 points so far. Would
I
you
have
like
2 more
You have
attacks?
2 more attacks?
Yeah.
And
Do I get? So I got 2 crits. So do I get 2 extra attacks?
no,
or
you
just the
get one extra attack.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Jesus
If
fucking
you're a
Christ.
champion fighter.
Can you miss, please?
All right,
No.
make your attack. Make your roll, I should say. 7,
Okay, so
11. So 63,
Plus 3.
Gain
74 points of damage. 77 points of damage.
Mom
Okay.
really is the brother killer, isn't she? Jesus.
last one.
All right, that
26.
hits as well.
12.
9. So 77 plus 12. We're going to 89 points of damage plus the original 85. Let's see how many hit points he has left. I don't know if he does have hit points left. That is
160, 174.
174. Yeah. So pretty much you into his shoulder. You've done all the first things. Then it's across his chest. As he sort of slides back, you cut into his leg. You feel the bone break. And he like sort of tips onto his back, and then you just brutally 1, 2, and the weapon is just, he holds his weapon up and just like clangs down into his teeth and just like scars across his face. The second one, he's pretty much like limp at this point, and you smash in and you cut into his that one of the hands holding the blade, cutting clean off.
Oh
this
God,
part,
Nova,
this
come
part of his
on.
hand. And
Yeah, they got clerics. They're famous for their clerics.
it is his turn, and he stands to his feet. In your head, you hear, "Good mortal. The only way to finish this is to kill him. You want to get your friend free, Felix, broken out from here? Take down your enemy. The law dictates this is the way. Doing so, you will gain more power than ever. You will be a beacon, able to end what is coming. Do it, Sloan." Your action surge has been recharged by the creature in you. You can make the choice now to finish him off as he stands up, or let him attack.
I have a question about the initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a question.
Yeah,
Wait a
like I
second.
thought he
Nia,
rolled
wait.
like the bottom.
Wait.
How clearly do I remember Saren telling me not to kill her brother?
You can make an intelligence
Amidst all
check.
this. Yeah. Oh
amidst all
God.
the rage.
Yep. Well, that.
Yeah,
see
you
how
you
that's
have
gonna go.
you have inspiration, also a D12.
I
to
do
add,
the D12
and
and
guidance.
and the D4. Yep.
And you got a nat 20 on to resist this.
Yeah. So
earlier.
15 plus
Add your info.
the D4 plus D12. Okay, 9. So 24.
You remember it. You also know that this thing isn't lying. The only way Felix can go free legally, so he's not being tracked and chased down, is to win this fight, and the fight is a fight to the death. So it is your choice, but you do know. Your turn hasn't ended. That's why the initiative order isn't continuing. It's still Sloane's turn.
I wanted to ask and see, do we actually all hear that? Because
Nope, it's in her
psychic
head.
link?
It's that makes things different.
I don't know. I
Hold
feel
up.
like
Time out. Let me talk.
That's why I'm
Sloane,
asking.
it's up to you if you want to let that be broadcast. You can hold. If you are trying to hold things in currently, it doesn't go out. If you are raging and cutting loose, which it kind of feels like you are.
Yeah, and I'm going to whisper, "I'm sorry, Saren," and I'm going to take the action surge.
Okay. Make the attack.
There's not even like a telepathic yelp. There's just an outward yelp from a rooftop of just no.
Maybe you'll
Hit.
miss.
Make your damage roll.
18.
You step forward and put a hand behind his neck, drawing him down, and you take the Kopesh and shove it straight through him, lifting him off the ground. And as his head sort of like his forehead rests on your shoulder, you just hear, "Tell Saren it's okay. This is the law." And you can't. You lean in closer. I'll let you make a perception check if you want to try, because he's like, there's no lungs to draw air into, so he's just mouthing words more or less.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say? You said perception.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
There's no talking. It's just like, it's the slightest exhalation. There's no like real voice to it, but it's, "Tell Saren she was right. That her and Felix were right. He should go free," as he then hangs limply. And we'll end the session right there, I think.
Oh, can I do one?
Yeah.
Just one little, because this is it, right? This is my out, right?
Yeah.
So if I may, it's real quick. Up on the roof, Guy rolls over, sits up, drops through a hole in the roof into a bar. It's not a regular bar. It's an old, dead bar. It's been dead for years. Behind the counter, he pulls out 2 big boxes. Opens up the first one and it's empty, and he starts taking off all of the armor, the faceplate, the helmet, all the armor, all the Dusang material, and puts it in the box. Closes the box, opens the other one, takes out a tiny little metal image of him. It's only about this big. Crushes it, and all that metal finish on him disappears. And he's just a flesh and blood man again, with a brown mustache and brown hair. Stark naked in the dark. And he reaches in and pulls out first pair of black silk briefs with the word "juicy" on the ass in sequins. Pulls those on.
Jesus.
And starts dressing. And when he's done, it's a red hat, orange ruff on his jacket, yellow shirt, 2-tone green or knee-length jacket, blue pants, and 2-tone purple boots. He reaches in and picks up a little mirror and looks at it. Adjusts the tricorn hat. "Well, it is time, mon ami. Time to quit fucking around and pretending you're something you're not. The Rainbow Warrior, he is born, today. There is only one thing I wish was different." And I look over at this dusty old counter, and on it, I use illusion to create the group, the 5 of them standing there. Look at each one of them for a second. And I finish looking at Saren. And just quietly in the dark, I sing, "Don't know where, don't know when, but we'll meet again someday." And I just turn around and walk into the dark.
You hear that, Saren?
I don't hear anything right now.
I will allow you guys to have like 1 sentence. That's it, each, before the session ends.
Thank you.
So, I'll start with Shannon. Sloane. You can feel her anguish through psychic link.
Yeah. I imagine now that the fight's done, I'm coming down from it a little bit, and I realize the fuck I've just done. And I just pick up his body and I turn and start walking back to Saren, the group, and just equally anguish on her face.
Okay.
But don't say anything.
Ulrich?
I mean, my orc speechless.
Okay, so you don't want to say anything?
No, he's still reeling from failing.
Okay.
Those last moments.
Ignis.
Go last.
Okay. Nia.
On our telepathic link is a silent rage as you just hear in your head, let go of the Kopesh. Look what it's done to you. Let it go. It makes you a monster.
That's it. That's your one sentence.
Yep.
Ignis.
As I close my eyes and I'm still holding on to Felix, in my mind, I say, I will make this right. Take him to his dead body to Yoko's ship, and I teleport.
There's a quick flash, and Felix and Ignis are gone. Now we will end the session. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for playing very true to your characters. I know this was really hard for some of you. I know for a fact Shannon didn't want to do that. But you are going down a path with your character. And it's good. It's role-playing. I know that some of you are emotionally in a rough spot right now. So we will move past the usual goodbyes. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for being here and watching. Thank you all for taking part in the game, to my players. Thank you to our sponsors. We are raising money for St. Jude Research Hospital. Every single person here will be appearing at some point over the next 48 hours again, and we'll make sure they have a good chance to tell you where they're from, what they're doing. But for now, we are late to pass on to the next game. So we will be right back very soon. I'm going to run a set of ads. It'll break somewhere in the middle of it because we have to get a new tech in to take over. But just remember, anyone that donates, if you go to our Discord and put your name into the Hall of Fame, I will be able to message you and get you a copy of the Big Bad booklet from Hit Point Press, one of our sponsors. And someone that is donated will be getting a message shortly with a Hero Forge token code for a mini valued at $50. That is our giveaway for this session from Hero Forge. Thank you all so much for everything you've done. Love you all. See you soon. Wave bye, guys.
On Sunday.